Okay, there we go. Alright, so I know what the starting screen says. I know all that. I'm just gonna leave the music going for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over, actually. Pause the music and switch over. There we go. And I know I'm in a weird anime girl avatar,
RGB is pretty cool though.
but I have to be Empower better. This is my best option currently.
Look, I have shoes that are RGB. I'm like a Skechers light up.
Fuck.
Light up sketch.
Like a Skechers light up.
Yeah,
Awesome,
those
dude.
were the
I actually
best
want to show their
ones.
avatar and see for myself.
I mean, if people grew up with Heelys, I can never do that because I always slip.
I want to know how colorful their avatar is.
When people are professional with Heelys, they are like the coolest person.
Stick to the statements like right next to me. When people are cool with Heelys, they're like
How you enjoying today?
the coolest or people. Honestly, I agree.
It's very. They call it moonlit, but I don't see the moon anywhere.
I wanted to prepare a message for you, Kayla,
Moonlight.
because the moon is in our heart. I had no time.
What's some of the
now.
more amusing
Basically,
Can turn on my muffle mode. Got Trickster, Izzy B, Lixie. I saw VXO somewhere here. Somewhere. Not sure where though. Also, dang, I can bend my arm backwards.
Yo, nice hair. That's fine. The whole avatar is great.
Yo,
I like the color scheme. Something about it. Something familiar.
Something a little familiar.
Actually, I got gold hair today.
Yeah, see.
I gotta oversee these performances, but good to see you. I'll pop back.
I gotta change my status so people know.
Alright, it is now time for our performances. So, to all those on Twitch, thank you for joining us today. We're going to have our guests coming up and performing shortly. Okay, first up today is Hera. And due to some stuff going on, they'll actually be doing a triple header. So, please welcome Hera. Red does music.
Hello. Hi. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming in.
Alright, just so.
Reminder.
Okay, I thought they were gonna come talk to me. Just so you all know.
Particles. You know,
That
you guys
person
probably
up
know this, but
there,
keep the particles
that's Hera.
until after I'm done,
If you
because
want to
you're
watch their
gonna
performances,
actually,
you can
like,
go.
explode my
Or if you
PC.
want to watch them,
And yeah, thank you.
there you
thank
can
for
go
coming
to
out. I am
Moonlit.
playing for
Actually, to play
Origami,
Moonlit, and then it'll take you to the Trans Academy Twitch page, and you can watch from there. Hi, Trix.
So yeah, I hope I can do them justice. And they're beautiful, beautiful voices. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 songs. The first one is Harpy Hair. It's a song that I found randomly on YouTube and then completely like over obsessed with for like a few days before I decided to do it here. Right.
I'm so tired. It's unreal. I'm actually so tired right now.
Harpy hair, where have you buried all your children? Tell me so I say. Harpy hair, where have you buried all your children? Tell me so I say. All All the arrows that you stolen, split in half, now bum and broken, like your heart that you was eager to be hit. You can't keep them all caged, they will fight and run away. Mother, tell me so I say.
No war with fireworks, Jesus Christ. Like, up on the mountains, they're like fucking shooting down.
Harpy hair, where have you buried all your children? Tell me so I say. Porous walls and starry ceilings, parent curtains that you're weaving, like the stories that you keep inside your head. You can't keep them all caged, they will die and be afraid. Mother, tell me so I say. Harpy hair, where have you buried all your children? Tell me so I say. Harpy hair, where have you buried all your children? Tell me so I say.
I was gonna try something. I want to see if I can get a cipher started during the DJ stuff. I might just start vibing in the center, vibe out to whatever needs to play.
Where have you buried all your children? Tell me so I say. Harpy hair, where have you buried all your children? Tell me so I say. Tell me so I say.
Who's DJing? So it could affect it majorly.
She can't keep them all caged. They'll be far and fly away. Mother, tell me, will you stay? We'll be far and fly away. Thank you.
So like,
Thank you.
did I lose the announcements channel? Notice this.
Let me hope I
Right?
can get these chords up because otherwise
Yeah.
I'm gonna panic.
Okay, we got
There it is.
Tina. Let's go.
That's an ad. So, yeah, hello to everyone in the Twitch chat. I hope you're all doing very well. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. Cool, where's my cake going? There we go. Okay, this next song is a song you'll probably recognize due to sheer well, recognizability. It's called Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. With your feet on the air and your head on the ground, try this trick and spin it, yeah. Your head will collapse, but there's nothing in it. You'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, see it swimming. I was swimming in the Caribbean. Animals were hiding behind the rock. Except the little fish bumped into me. Swear he's trying to talk to me, saying, wait, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, see it swimming. With your feet on the air and your head on the ground.
Don't see many people up and moving.
Try this trick and spin it, yeah. Your head will collapse if there's nothing in it. You'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Water, see it swimming.
He's a good one that might get up.
With your feet on the air and your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it, yeah.
Hey.
Name was not naming then.
Well,
Brain was not braining. It was like Maya, 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 Maya.
close enough. You got it.
Is a no instrument song. It is a song that was shown to me
Hey, they're similar.
by my friends over in Ireland. It is a song commonly sang at the end when the pubs close. Or at least that's what I was told.
Felt same here.
And it's a good song. So I'm gonna sing you this goodbye from me before I go off stage. It's called The Parting Glass. I hope you enjoy. Of all the money that I had, I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that I done, alas, it was
Like a sea
to
shanty.
none
Let's go.
but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls onto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently write and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. A man may drink and not be drunk. A man may fight and not be slain. A man may court a pretty girl and perhaps be welcome back again. But since it has so ought to be, by a time to rise and a time to fall, come fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Thank you.
That was really good, actually.
Very good, very good.
Yay! All right, thank you so much, Harris.
I say that as
think
if I
you're
could
doing
do a better
triple
job.
better.
I really could.
So, can we get a triple yippee?
It was actually
for
really good
Sarah
there.
out there? All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yippee!
Oh my god, Sody.
And yippee!
Okay, I'm glad I was like quick on my reflexes there. I was like, what audio?
All right,
No.
again, thank you so much, Hera. All right, next we've got our DJ set coming up. So please welcome to the stage DJ Sleepy GF and dancers from Calibrate. I believe we've got Sin, Miaboop,
Go.
DXO, and Ali coming up. All right.
Have fun. Bop.
Yee.
No, I could always see it. It's him. Who watched this?
Oh my god. So before they put the DJ up, I'm going to discuss my plan here. What I'm thinking about doing is I want to try and get a natural cipher started. We don't want it to interrupt the camera, so we got to be mindful of that. But I also want to make sure we can get everybody we can up and moving. So far, we got obviously 2 dancers, VXO and Sen up right now. I'll go ahead and show them real quick. That's one person I gotta show, because they'll be up with me. We got Sen over there, and then VXO right there. They're gonna be up on stage doing their normal thing, right? I'm gonna try and start something down here. You know, where the audience is. Okay, I see them. I'm gonna show this person.
I saw 4 of them. I don't hear anything.
Since I'm not dancing up there right now, what I'm gonna have to do is just rely on this avatar. I used it to dance and also during the cipher. That was my little test to see if this one would be good or not, which seems to be good. So I'll see what I can pull up. Wait, DJ's not up there. Can we get the stage cipher going then?
I know, right? When it's your turn.
It's in Gaelic.
I said I'd hold off.
Hey, what's up, everyone? If you do not currently
Okay.
see Tiny Brain Plays written on the screen, can you just follow me behind stage and hit the reload button? Someone will show you which one it is, and that way you can see the music or see the stream for the music for the DJ.
Okay, that works for me now. Oops.
Diffie has told me there's also a button at the front of the stage, so instead of doing that, you can also just go right over there to the left, to where Diffie is. Oh, did it not? If it doesn't work, well, go to the back. Okay. You can hear music now. I should get off the stage and let you two do your thing.
Now what do you mean? Stay up and dance!
Okay. If you still don't hear the music, just come up to Eccentrics, which is me in the instance, and I'll fix it for you.
Okay, there's 2 potential dancers. Paying attention to how many potential dancers we got down here. Isla, maybe. I really want this plan to work. If I can get this to work, it's going to change a lot. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, we'll keep that noted. I'm gonna try something down here though, see if it works. I'm gonna use Isla. Get this. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started, shall we?
I thought it would be cool.
Fuck, where's my camera? Oh, there it is. Not in front of... I haven't had to do this before.
Yeah, so that ended up me doing some. I only did a little bit, but I did some DJs.
I wonder. So I might. There we go. Alright guys, I'm gonna get this going.
Where's Rory?
Because of my location, it may be inevitable that somebody gets in front of me, like Caitlin right here.
I'm back.
So
Do you know where Rory went?
we're gonna dance here, see if we can get something started, like a little cipher
The
going.
panda back.
I don't remember because he changed last time I saw him. I met him again one time for getting back together. It's like, why did you leave me? You always trying to grab. Oh, his long story.
Oh shoot, that's bad.
Everything. I've been thinking about you like.
Personal thing just happened. I need to talk to Trix and take like 5.
I mean, Mike, he lived in Canada. I can almost. His face.
What just
white
happened?
boy. He has like.
Alright, I'm gonna go mute, we're gonna focus. Let's have some fun.
Alright, first I'm talking about. He like.
Welcome, welcome, Mumbo. I'm trying to see if we can get something started in the Trans Academy. I don't know if this will work or not, but it's worth a shot.
He lived in like a, what's it called? Fucking orphanages. He had no parents. So he was cute as shit, and I miss him a lot. But long story.
Mine's the long Finboy variant.
I don't know. It's been like 2 years since I've seen his ass, so he might have long hair now. I don't know. It don't matter anyway. He's yours, so.
He's not the same person.
I don't know who it is. Like, how do you know how to meet your boyfriend now? I want to see if it is him or not. Like, hey, did you miss me? I know you hate my guns.
Because mine, not him, because mine like gross, which I am.
Oh, that makes more sense. Straight Finboys.
Yeah, those exist. Did you not?
No. My brain hurts now. So what's Tiny Brian? What's that? Tiny Brian? What is that?
That says brain. You just like take a piece of. I have fences, but I can just close my eyes. Oh.
I'm just trying to be a really good girl. Yeah, no, I think Fred's still been like pretty okay so far. Like it's been so long. What's the answer going through? Wow, and reminded me of something. I'm pretty grateful for it. It reminds me that it's important to
Seventh Heart looks so weird.
keep working on yourself. Keep building yourself. You know, part of the reason why I love her so much is because she always inspires them to progress.
Yeah, are they lagging up on the stage for you too?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah, it's because it looks like that.
Like, dude, you idiot.
I cannot wait for Voice Street because I hate
you do, I can do it perfectly, but what you should do is like you go start hissing slowly and stuff, while like holding your tongue with your mouth in your mouth, like you how you pull your tongue like your chin out and shit.
I know.
Do that.
This is my attempt at doing something with it, and it just sounds and feels a bit nasally.
You do that. You keep pressing.
I'm so fucking jealous.
Hey, it's okay.
We played D&D together for the first
Yeah, maybe whenever I get someone, just, you know, we start doing shit, you can be like, oh yeah, come on, dog, keep going, dog. Oh my god.
Why is Mickey Mouse being this
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's more than hot.
Hit that. Oh my god. Ooh.
Oh shit. Scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit.
Nice to see you doing well, Goofy.
Kicked my friend, are you serious? They kicked my friend because she's a woman. It's funny. Woman.
Why? No.
Is your... Wait, what? What's your question? It's too late.
Come on, motherfucker, I just leave. I beat your ass.
I can just... Did you say beat or eat? Both. I'll do both.
Okay, one of those is reserved. The other... Uno reverse card.
Oh, please do. Jokes on you, I like being hit.
You're using up the jokes that I usually use.
I had jokes. A joke. I wasn't joking.
Anytime someone says, fuck you, alright, one time.
So I mean beat till I have a bloody corpse on the ground. I mean, a different kind of way, but hey.
If I had the actual avatar, I'd just start beating you with a frying pan, but I don't, so I can't, so I won't.
I mean, I have...
Yeah, that's kind of like the opposite of how
Yeah, I have this. I already put the William Afton.
That is not what I thought you were doing.
Bonk.
I am made of titanium. You can't hurt me.
Not there, not there. Yeah, that's what I thought he was from Apex. I remember from Apex I thought he was.
It is not Pathfinder. I am not Pathfinder.
Stop lying to yourself. You're Pathfinder.
I am not the skinnier.
You're the skinny version.
I am not Pathfinder.
Pathfinder's cool though.
Ash is cooler because she's from Titanfall.
Ash from the Pokemon trainer?
Is there a way to like strangle someone through VRChat? Physically.
Do. I have that already. Yeah, it's called
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you said. No one.
She said Venom Sense.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. My bro started going over. You should read my groups before you start doing shit.
Wait a minute, hold on. I have
I can just close my eyes. No. Yeah, I can't watch.
Boing.
Wait, why don't we bow out the fingers? What?
Trust me, I hate the answer I'm wearing. Trust me, I'm totally wearing this. Mine's high poly too. Mine has so much
Imagine
shit.
not being made out of approximately 2 polygons. They made
Ow, why did I teleport?
2 polygons. They made me with a bunch of 2 polygons. Behind you.
Yeah, it's
I teleport whenever I calibrate or set my floor.
It's all.
I need to recenter, but I'm too lazy. Somehow I teleport into somebody.
It's Vox's It's Vox's grandparents.
I haven't fully watched Chat's Motel yet. I'm still working on it. I've watched Health also.
Maybe it's the way you're dressed.
Maybe it's because you're
Maybe it's
It's a giant furry with a sit on you. Oh well, sorry. Oh, it's okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh, come back, I'm lonely, come back.
So, one thing I was gonna say is I apologize for earlier. I mentioned them because they were the only one in the area when that sound came up. What I was gonna say, what's our review on icons?
Vox grandparents.
This one's excellent. And it's also PC only, which is not what I want. I want to be close compatible. This one's excellent.
Wait, so you aren't a TV head?
Well, you can change without getting yelled at?
No.
You asshole. It's a Dorito chip. Yeah, I'll just try to. Yours is medium.
Yo, it's Razzle Dazzle Dorito.
There we go. I like some cool ranch Doritos.
I am going to turn up your volume.
Yes, I'll just send you a link to their thing.
No, it isn't. It's just I'm not talking loud enough.
No, I turned up your volume.
I think it's someone shooting fireworks.
I hear you, but because I cannot understand what you are saying. Well, I can understand 50% of it.
I swear. I'm sure I treated my avatar. I hate this avatar.
I thought you said something about chicken nuggets, and now I want chicken.
So you can see it full screen.
I would give you chicken nuggets, but unfortunately I can't. Where's it at? We'll change to it for a second.
Dipper,
Where's the chicken nuggets are at?
Bill has a gun.
I didn't need that.
I got a gun.
Here, let me see.
You want to? I got you.
I just shot 3 children. I got a gun.
Wait, can you say the famous thing?
Which famous thing?
AXOL.
This guy instead.
Not that. Wait, oh, it's like, I can't hear you. 1 second. What? Huh?
Oh, you can't hear me at all?
Yeah, I can't hear them. What are they saying?
I do not.
I get
I can't hear
I
them
got
at
you.
all.
Hey, I got you.
Hey, it's still. Can you hear me?
Can you just translate to me for me?
Can you hear me? What they're trying to ask you is, can you please change your user icon because it is against COS?
Oh, my picture? Oh yeah, I'll change it. It's got. Because like
It- I get that, but it can actually get you like in trouble with VRChat. We just don't want to see you get in trouble.
Can you say thank you
Alright,
very
I
much?
changed it. There we go.
And thank you very much. She said thank you very much too.
Alright. You're welcome, lady. Very laggy. Hope you know this.
You bumped into me at like, yeah.
Hear you.
It's a quest thing. Can you pass it on for me, Alice? It's a quest thing. It's a quest glitch. Thank you.
That makes more sense. Alright. That's fine. I figured you're humping the wall. Jolly Rancher flavor.
Never say that again. Jolly Rancher flavored Doritos.
That sounds awesome. I want that now.
Dungeon 7 years no trial. Let's see
Wait, what
here.
is that?
Alakazizzy, Alakazoo, Boobity Bop.
Wait, hold on, what is it? Oh, it's a flower. Oh, it's something else. Never mind. I'm being perverted. Never mind.
It's a fun
Hey, it's Kitchen Impact. Hey, it's... Do it.
I did one thing that would get that.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, hey, yo.
I did.
I've had school in years. I don't know. I don't like Harry Potter all that much.
I wish I could pirate things, but I'm too poor to pirate things.
You probably shouldn't be saying that out loud. The government listens to this headset very a lot. We know that. Yeah. Bill gets pretty shit.
I need to make a mental note of this. Rob Bill getting put in jail.
Now I want to see Bill getting in jail. He'll think like, wow, I'm feeling romantical. Come to me, I'm out. That'd be scary. Actually, that'd be kind of funny. I mean, it's perfect, but it's all yellow. Bill Cypher's getting his family to eat finger Doritos. Put things in my mouth. No, this one over here is. No, over here. I agree with that.
One moment, I need to check my door.
Alright. I promise something bad will happen to you while you're going. Both homies are fucking going.
Hey, I'm back. There was no one at my door, but I did smell
do you mean? Fucking congrats. Hate snow? Like the fuck?
Smell. I don't like the smell.
You're in the robot's ass. Are you eating your family? Are you eating Doritos?
Listen, only one person's allowed to do that.
Yes. No, I haven't gotten my snacks and I reset my boundary by the way. So I can order my chicken.
We're so high in the air now. Holy shit. That's fucking crazy. I'm just gonna go on this side. Wait, what? Yes. Bro got nervous. Alright then. It's the trailer.
I had a Wii, but it blew up with my house. Trying to get them on. Yeah, no, my house just kind of blew up with my Wii. There was a shrink, but it was like a. Well, actually, no. Hello. I'm telling him how I'm telling this creature here how my house blew up. Just call me a creature. Yeah. When I don't know what someone is, I just say creature. But something happened in like a chemical plant that was poorly placed directly behind an apartment complex with a park. Someone left something next to a fire. It blew the fuck up, including my house.
Let me play Among Us.
My mother and son. We didn't die.
Let me see what.
There's two bread sharks kissing.
Two what?
Two bread sharks kissing behind you.
Bread shark.
Yeah, bread shark, right there. Oh, look at that. I'm back.
I'm eating mini muffins right now.
Wait, what?
I'm eating mini muffins.
I was gonna say razzle dazzle burrito, crunch up some razzle dazzle.
I'll tell them.
What is the correct flavor of Doritos?
Gregory, how did you get up there?
No red flavor.
Nacho cheese or
Cool Ranch.
Nacho cheese.
your opinion isn't allowed.
Now nacho cheese.
I'm now John Firewood.
I hate cheese.
Cheese gets you.
Oh, I love you too, Cookie. Wish you to kill me. Oh, it's okay. Look.
Oh, that's a high little sorry, I don't mean that. Yo! It's Filch. I mean Finch. Wait, no, it's not Finch. It's one of Finch's cousins. Because Finch is partially grilled.
bit of a breather. What's up, K-Snacks? Welcome, welcome.
didn't want to be friends themselves. So if you already want
like us, we want to be friends. And this is the one that is always in the media. Being in media. And
yeah, you already do that too. That's just right. It's a big thing now, don't you?
Yeah, no, because I'm a little bit out of this world as well. I need to get into driving, but it's just intimidating. But at the same time, it's like to do this so I can have a life.
I love group banner.
All right, so that is the end of our performances for today. To all those in Twitch, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be moving away to other things. For everyone here, still in the instance, thank you for joining us as well, but we're not quite done yet. We're going to have the closing, followed by a story, and then we'll be raiding the main instance with a silly avatar, so stay around for that. And oh right, I probably should say this. Before I leave the stage, it would be very rude of me if I didn't. So thank you to our DJ and to our dancers from Calibrate. Can we have a great big yippee for them as well? 3, 2, 1, yippee!
Calibrate yippee!
Lexi out and out. Just want to say hi. Let's say hi, Tina. Just wanted to say like bye.
Okay.
Hello.
So,
Well, huh?
normally at the end of A Moon to You, I ask one of you to give me a little quote
Are you nipping off?
that kind of
Okay, have a
captures,
good night, T.
something inspirational for you from someone famous. This week, however, we're going to be doing something slightly different. So I'm going to be doing reading a little short story that one of our community members, Parpar, has written.
I had to pop out mid-instance. I had to go somewhere. And by the way, thank you for the follow, K-Snipe. I was not kidding when I said I was tired. I was feeding off the energy of that other dancer. What the? Rayu, thank you for the follow. How's it going? We're at the temple now.
To see you guys really doing it, like that's
I think this is the Q&A session.
Oh, I mean, my background is marketing. It's all about sales and marketing. Number one, number two, my degree was in business, so
Why is
it's
this
all
broken?
about progressing, right? Progressing in business, and technology is
I'm
a
gonna have to
huge,
switch out of this
sector
avatar
in
then.
business. And you guys are, and then I have a dance background also. I was a street performer in San Francisco, so
We'll be this one. I'll just keep the top half
it
showing.
was just amazing to see where for me to come from both sides and just see what you guys are doing with the technology right now. I don't even know the details about the technology, like the coding and all the stuff that's written to create what it is, but to see it being used and how Mike is even creating a university for it and the format, and it's just amazing. I love it, and I want to see it, just get better from this point forward.
Yeah, and that's why we got you here.
Bringing
You can
people
make us
together.
better. Yeah, impart your wisdom
You like,
upon
are
us.
we starting now, or you want?
Yes, please. Let's start. So,
Tell us where
it all
started
for you. I'm guessing our first setup is to just introduce yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we could just get started. My name is Ralph Montejo. In the dance world, my dance moniker is PLIK PLOK, PLIK PLOK. It's just something I used when I moved to Hollywood. I was born and raised in the Bay Area,
Hey, thank you.
which is San Francisco, Oakland, and San Francisco is the West
This
Bay.
is a
So if you
Q&A
look at a
session I
map,
was not ready
I
for.
think
Okay.
Mike, we have a BART map. BART is
Yep, I pulled it up.
our means of transportation. It's an acronym that stands for Bay Area Rapid Transit. It was a train system that was created and produced, and I think it launched in 1972, where people can connect and start really traveling. You guys are familiar with the bridges, the Golden Gate Bridge, the iconic bridges that connected the terrain, so to speak. And we know that bridges are created for commerce and business and things like that. And we have two main bridges in the Bay Area: the world famous Golden Gate Bridge, the Red Bridge. Then we also have the connecting East Bay to West Bay Bridge, which is the Bay Bridge, which is the iconic bridge now that's used for the Golden State Warriors basketball team, their logo, which is that's that bridge. So there's two different bridges, and that bridge that connects San Francisco and Oakland. I live on the Oakland side, which is a city called Richmond, California, which is really small. It's 11 miles north of Oakland, and but you can drive it. You can ride a bike. You can skateboard if you want it. It'll take you all day if you skateboard it, but you can um you can get to certain neighborhoods and stuff like that. So I come from the city of Richmond, and what I'm sharing with you guys today is really my history, my experience of growing up in my community and learning the robot dance. Robot, the what you guys see in popping, if you're familiar with all the popping styles, it's really just like the foundation of popping. Like the what you guys know as the hit or the dime stop or the pop is referred to it to us as a hit or dime stop. Um, and to me, when I see popping, it's just really continuous dime stops. It's continuous muscle retraction, right? And then a lot of different teachers in the disciplines of popping, they give certain terminology on how hard a muscle retraction is. To me, it's still a muscle retraction, whether you're strobing, you're animating, you're ticking. It's just a different type of muscle contraction if we were to technically talk about it. But you're popping. If you're moving and then you dime stop and you pop, hey, he's a popper. That's kind of what people look at it as is, generally. But I grew up watching a lot of guys who really just do like a
Hey,
slow
Mighty,
version of a
welcome,
robot
welcome.
and would stop on the dime or hit or pop and then change their pose. So uh, Richmond's version of the robot was really
It's
just
kind of
all about
unexpected.
poses, different poses while moving like a robot. And people always ask me, "What's your style?" I said, "Well, my foundational base is robot, but um, our community just kind of took it in different areas." And one of the biggest things that when you talk about dance scene in our area, and I'm talking, I was born in 1969. I got introduced to the dance. I was infatuated with music. A lot of people tell me when I was a kid growing up, and I used to dance with my mom at grocery stores and social parties with family. But in our neighborhood, in the community of Richmond, there were talent shows. Talent shows were big events in the Bay Area. The city of Oakland had talent shows. The city of San Francisco had talent shows, talent contests. They were always talent contests. A lot of them were predicated on the Gong Show or uh, a Harlem not Apollo Theater. It's right where you have a host, a stage, a crowd, and just talent performing whatever it is that they do. Juggling, singing, playing instruments, acrobat, you name it. Um, Mike, and I have to mention this too. So, like, there's a movie called Boys in the Hood. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it. It was written, produced, and directed by John Singleton out of USC, Los Angeles. The actor that he used, which he used Ice Cube, right? If you've seen the movie, or you can go back and watch it, or watch clips of it on YouTube. But Boys in the Hood, if you see the actor in the wheelchair, that's Reggie Green. Reggie Green grew up in my neighborhood. He performed at the Richmond Auditorium talent shows. So He's a renowned actor in the film in Hollywood, and probably the first African American paraplegic actor to be in a wheelchair to be on television sitcoms in Hollywood history. But he is from our local neighborhood community, and he used to perform at the talent shows, popping willies in his wheelchair when he was a kid. He became paralyzed, unfortunately, through a gun accident with a street incident, and he was paralyzed for life. He's still alive. He still does talks in, I think, in Atlanta, Georgia area, but he's from our local neighborhood. And I always bring him up because he used to perform at the talent shows where we would do robot dancing. And um, our our neighborhood was known for not only doing solo robot and hitting and popping or what have you, but also forming a group. And um, I connected with some local guys in our general Bay Area. With some of you may or may not know Pop Tart, aka Lonnie Green. He's a native of San Francisco, and he's a specialist and a purist of the form of what is known today in the dance world as strutting. So strutting is really just kind of like a derivative of original Oakland boogaloo, which is a real raw form of dance that was created and pioneered in the city of Oakland. I don't really speak too much on that, and that's why the BART map, the geographical location of the BART map that Mike has put on the screen, it depends on the territory that you're from within the Bay Area. So a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you're from the Bay Area," and they just kind of put a blanket general uh, consensus. Oh, you do this, and it's not really that case. Specific areas, depending on where you're from within the Bay Area, they had their own terminology. And again, my city, Richmond, 11 miles north of Oakland. Oakland and San Francisco are more of the big metropolitan areas, urban areas with skyscrapers and all that. We don't have that in Richmond. We have a downtown, but it's a much smaller community, quote unquote urban community. What it became an urban community. It was predominantly in the late 60s and early 70s. It was predominantly uh, Caucasian American uh, uh, community, and eventually just kind of flipped into more of Hispanic, Mexican, and African American, and myself was some of the a few Asian families that migrated to those areas. It's very different now, and it's revamping and developing. But I do want to go back to the talent shows. The talent shows was our Facebook. That was our live social media where we would meet kind of what you guys are doing in VR now. That was our place. And it was all about creating a group. You can perform on the talent show by yourself, but you had the strength in numbers. You had the power in the numbers, and it became a cultural thing where the robot dance routine was dominating at one point, and that was usually like around probably I want to say like in the 76, 77, 78, 79, all the way to about 1983. So that time period in Richmond was kind of like golden years. Those days are gone. It's not there anymore. And Mike has pulled up some videos. The Blind Prophet, Mr. Blind Prophet, you have some videos of a lot of groups that I was able to capture and hunt down. 1983, the Astrons is on YouTube. You guys can always reference them. 1980 283 Shields Incorporated. That's another group. It would show the style. And then I got back into that style of dance in 1995 and formulated a group with members from San Francisco and Richmond and Berkeley, and we created Media Circus. So some of you guys may or may not have seen the group routines of Media Circus. Media Circus really is a coming together of guys from my era that kind of recycled a lot of the choreography that we used to do so that it could be presented to newer audiences. And the name was created, rebranded from older group names called Media Circus. And you can definitely look at some clips of us They're a whole new group. There, I'm not with them anymore. I just kind of uh, did Plick Plock on my own to do just move into other areas of dance and entertainment. But going to like what drew me to the dance as a child. 1974, I guess Jackson 5 released their first song, Dancing Machine. Um, Michael Jackson was doing the robot on there. We loved his music, right? My mom bought all the albums and stuff. All my friends in the community from elementary school to junior high school, that's the music we listened to. It was radio programmed on all the radio stations. The radio station when I was growing up in the Bay Area for San Francisco, Oakland, and Richmond was KSOL FM 97.5, whatever. Matter of fact, Mike, I need to get you the graphic because there's some history graphics on that Bay Area radio. Um, if you guys are familiar with the funk bands, if you listen to soul music, funk music, you'll know that Sly and the Family Stone. Sly Stone was before he became famous in the funk band, which produced hit records like Everyday People. I'm Everyday People, like, and Arrested Development, the hip hop group sampling it. Like, he's the foundation of funk music in the Bay Area, and that funk and soul music is embedded into our DNA, and that's why a lot of people dance like that. And you can see the same. It was predominantly big in the African American community. If you haven't done your homework, you can go watch the LA concert of in Wattstacks. That'll give you the funk and the soul of music, and really what a lot of people that were born and raised in the USA growing up in dance kind of attest to, and uh, let people know where their soul in dance comes from. And that's just community house parties, wherever you were exposed to it, radio. um, I kind of mentioned Bart with the territories, the talent shows. Um, if we want to talk about adventures in the dance scene from the early years, I for me it's always going back to the talent shows. Um, for me, we always use Bart to travel, and San Francisco, uh, Pier 39, Fisherman's Wharf is equivalent to Los Angeles's Venice Beach. So that's where the place where you would see a lot of the um, different community dancers from different communities migrating to one place. And another side note, you guys, for all you Marvel Studio fans, right? Captain America 4 is coming out. The writer and head person for that, one of the guys is Malcolm Spellman. You can Google his name. Malcolm Spellman used to perform at robot style dancing, popping, and boogaloo and strutting. He was a street performer in San Francisco. Malcolm Spellman was, and he's the writer and showrunner for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So there's a lot of people, in the industry that come from my local area. And of course, you can do all your music history about Bay Area talent from Oakland to San Francisco, actors, writers, and things of that nature. And um, all of it plays into the creativity of where we come from. A lot of people like myself who lived in underserved areas that didn't come from a lot of money, you just find creative ways to do things. And when you don't have anything, you just create something from nothing. And that's where a lot of my dance passion came from. Uh, when you didn't have stuff, and in talent show format, you had to have uh, nice costumes. So in your guys' world, right, like Fortnite skins and avatars for VR, it's all about, looking fancy in the dress and catchy and colors. And I come from that too, because in a talent show to win the first place prize and to win the cash money, you have to come with creative costumes and uniforms. And, that's what we thought about that stuff. We loved when Star Wars came out in 1977, George Lucas, right? Because he introduced us to a world of space and technology in September 1977, and we weren't really we dreamed of that stuff. Um, You just ask yourself why Apple comes out of the Bay Area and Google and Facebook. We think of these things. That's what they do. Um, but the talent show was our place, and you would see a lot of people who did robot dance and things of that nature at that place. That was our place, our dance scene, our freestyle session, our b-boy summit, our Just to the Boo was for me was the Richmond Auditorium Talent Show, and what I try to do right now is just bring a lot of those people who remember it and let the world know it's not just Plick Plock. Plick Plock comes from a community of when a time period and when this was really, really big in that area. And people like Malcolm Spellman and Reg Green from Boys in the Hood and Glenn Plummer, who's an actor from Richmond also, they can attest to that because they remember the talent shows. Can we stop for questions or anything, Mike? I don't know. Just going on and on. I'm, I don't want I don't want to bombard you guys with tons of information, but I don't do these things a lot, so a lot of it is inside me. You can go watch
I just
videos on
want to let you
YouTube,
know,
but then to get
if you have
this,
questions, ask
I
in
don't really
chat and
talk that
relay the
much
message through me.
to audiences as
Just
much
let
as
me
I
know.
used to. So sorry if I put too much info out there. You have to do the playback.
I mean, it's super dope to hear, right? It's like the whole history.
I think they're used to it for me as well.
It's
All right.
yeah, no, it's
Is
really
that
crazy
you
that
guys
you mentioned
okay?
like the
Is everyone
Fisherman's Wharf
okay?
and stuff like that because I was actually in San Francisco like only a couple years ago with my boyfriend, and we were just roaming around and they're doing dance performances. They got those big crowds, and I'm just like, that's so cool because it's just something
Awesome.
that never dies. Like, you know, you go to the place where the people are, you perform, and it's been going on since the freaking dock was built. You know,
Yes.
so it's really cool that it continues, that like legacy continues, and it just, you know.
Well, let's take it back. All right. Robert Shields, right? Robert Shields, Shields and Yarnell. They were the husband and mime team. So and when you guys finally get Pop Tart, Lonnie Pop Tart Green onto this show and talk about they were fighting for space down there. So even though Robert Shields and Mike, I don't know if you know this, but as famous as Robert Shields is with the television show, and I know that he's got ties earlier before San Francisco doing Guinness Book of World Records or what is the Wax Museum. He when coming out of high school and stuff. When he finally made it to the Bay Area and became the main street mime, iconic street mime of San Francisco Union Square, and they actually had their wedding at Union Square. Robert Shields and Laureen Yarnell, they married on the Union Square of San Francisco, historical wedding. When you talk about Fisherman's Wharf, he would be down there performing and he would be fighting space with the Strutters. The Strutters are the robot strutting. Strutting is a derivative of Oakland Boogaloo, right? So they created their own and pioneered their own terminology and style called strutting. And strutting comes really primarily from the Fillmore district in San Francisco. I'm from Richmond. I'm from the East Bay. I'm on the other side of the water, but I got exposed to strutting by catching the BART train to San Francisco because that's where all the action was. If you wanted to see tons of people, you go to Venice Beach if you're in LA, right? You can go to Universal Studios, but then people tell you go down to Venice Beach, go see the roller skaters, go see the weightlifters, go see the people playing basketball. And San Francisco's equivalent would be Pier 39, Fisherman's Wharf, and you would be able to see all the street performers there. And that's awesome to hear you say that. Um, the sad part now is if you were to walk downtown, everybody left. Macy's is no longer there. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all the retailers are pulled out. It's really, really sad in 2024 and moving forward to see it. Um, if you want to call it gentrification, I mean, all the corporations have just bought up all the property, and it's so expensive to live there, and crime is running
Yeah.
rampant there.
Well,
It's just not
downtown, I
even really
remember
safe to be
when
around
we
there
were there, it was like
downtown
just
anymore. which is
It was just
sad.
all
Yeah,
construction. It
crying
felt like it wasn't
emojis.
even traversable like through foot. Like it, you know what I mean? It didn't feel like it was they were inviting people to come and walk and be part of the community. It was more like this is a business. You
Yeah.
got to pay $1,800 for parking for 2 hours, and you get in, you get out. We don't validate parking. Like it kind of felt like that, but like it was, you find the places that are still welcoming to people, and it's really nice to see that the people are congregating where they can congregate. So it's not like things are moving, and yeah, it's really sad, but it's not like it's not like it's killing the vibe. It's people are just moving to where the vibe
Yes.
is still good. So
Yes, yes. And the dancers, one of the most active dancers, I don't know if some of you may already be connected with her, but it's Agatron. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Agatron, Agatha Rudnewski. She's originally, born and raised in Poland, but she made it to San Francisco by way of Portland. She's current in the popping scene. She learned from some of our Bay Area legends, Harry Berry, rest in peace. Definitely look up Harry Berry if you're into popping or just want to see entertainment, pure street entertainment. Harry Berry was a street icon legend. New Orleans, Florida,
oh yeah,
Atlanta, like, and he's just street performed everywhere. But he's pure San Francisco and
yeah.
Venice Beach. Harry Berry. If you just go onto YouTube and type in Harry, Harry, last name Berry,
Yeah, Vine actually
Berry,
just
you'll
showed us
find all his
like not
videos.
even a couple of days ago the video of
What's
it
that,
from
Mike?
the Poppers Picnic
So I have
actually
a
of
video
Harry
playing
Berry.
on the side. So
Yeah.
as you're talking, I'm throwing the videos up. So
Okay, awesome. Yeah, Harry Berry is our he known as the Frisco Popper. So he has roots in San Francisco strutting, and then he moved to his sister was in the record business. He had access to going to LA and brought so BRS, right? Let me talk about BRS. BRS, what is BRS? BRS is the acronym for Boogaloo, Robot, and Strutting. And it's a dance alliance fraternity that I created with Pop Tart from San Francisco and William Randolph from Oakland to create a Bay Area. And that's why I like the BART map, because the BART map kind of encompasses what BRS really is. It's from those immediate areas. And I don't want to take any, Mike. I don't want to take anything away from San Jose, city of San Jose, which you won't see them on the BART map because in 1972 it wasn't extended that far. Um, I think Fremont was the last stop on that train system. But if you lived in San Jose has a huge breaking, popping scene in history. Like there are groups out there, and we'll get Double Edge Reg from San Jose, who lives here in Las Vegas also. We'll get him into the VR room with you guys. He will give you the whole history of San Jose. San Jose strutting, the Playboys history, whatever you guys know about San Jose and strutting and popping, Reg and Playboy, uh, uh, Money B, those are your kind of your cornerstones in getting the San Jose history. Again, they're not on the BART map because they're more South Bay. That would be equivalent to Long Beach in Los Angeles. It's just farther out, right? 15-20 minute drive with no traffic. Um, but again, different areas call it different things, you know. So BRS, Boogaloo was the common terminology, the most popular terminology for Oakland. We know that it's tied into electric boogaloo as well, and that's something that needs to be, there's videos and stuff, and people talk about the differences on that too. But there's the boogaloo, electric boogaloo, and then there's boogaloo from Oakland, and you can YouTube. Mike, you found the video, KQED PBS. They produced the video, which is awesome. I'm glad that they did it. And then there's also some documentary television uh, stuff on Vimeo. You can do called the Boogaloo Project, which the guys who produce the Boogaloo Oakland Boogaloo Barbecue, Levant, uh, former group member of mine, Fazo, and Dub Mac, who is a part of an Oakland Boogaloo group called the Gentlemen of Production. They started the barbecue. I was part of the brainchild of it, but they actually physically do that. So if you ever travel to the Bay Area and you want to get some real funk and soul and boogaloo in you, go to the Boogaloo Barbecue in Oakland. It's held annually every September Labor Day weekend. That's when they do it. And I try to make it up there back home when I can, but I live in Vegas and don't go to the Bay Area too much. All my family and friends are there.
I'm gonna lower the volume here real quick. For those of you who want to hop in and kind of see this for yourself, this is held under a group called the Temple. So you can join their group. If you want, you can join off me. You can join on Blind Prophet, a Pretty Kitty. Um, it's held under the group The Temple. This was kind of unexpected, so I have nothing ready. Alright, let's go back to info.
I think you guys are going to work on that, Mike. You could probably speak more. Hip Hop Congress, International, Pop Tart Strutting, Master Camp, Dance Master Camp. Give you all of San Francisco's history, full out, pure strutting, and then you can run with it however you do it in your dance circles in future, but you'll get foundation from him. I give you Richmond. Richmond is my job, right? East Bay area, north 11 miles north of Oakland, similar but different. And we're tied in, and that's BRS, right? Boogaloo, B for Boogaloo, R for roboting, S for strutting. It was a representative from Oakland. It was a representative from Richmond. It was a representative from San Francisco, and that was the Dance Alliance, BRS. And BRS really encapsulates and preserves a lot of the original routines. So Mike has all the videos, the robot routine videos from Richmond, the strutting routines from San Francisco, and the Boogaloo routines. You can find all of it on YouTube now. The Black Messengers, if you guys haven't had a chance to see their performance on the Gong Show, check that out. If you haven't had a chance to see Granny and Robotroid, YouTube Granny and Robotroid. All you ladies out there, you have Granny as your foundation. If you are a woman in dance, talk on Granny. Go research Granny. Go look at what she did for San Francisco. And she was a great orchestrator in recruiting dancers. And she's kind of like the mother of pop for the Bay Area. You know, dime stop hitting and popping for Bay Area, a history. Playing a grandmother in her early 20s, or maybe even age 19, and then eventually becoming a real grandmother. Like, that's amazing. But you should enjoy her performance on the Gong Show. That's one to watch for sure for the archives to add to your data bank. And Mike, what else are we supposed to talk about? Am I rambling again, you guys? How am I doing, everybody?
Amazing.
So
Any questions?
I'm just trying
Any
to be fun.
comments?
Again, any questions,
Soak it all
say
in.
it in
Biggest
chat. I'll
inspiration?
relay it
video
to
is
them.
your biggest inspiration here, I'm pretty sure.
Biggest inspiration live in person, Raleigh Moe the Scarecrow.
What
He
inspired
was
you
the
by about
Raleigh Moe the Scarecrow was the funkiest robot dancing scarecrow I ever seen in my life. Like, you guys are familiar with The Wiz, right? It's the African American version of The Wizard of Oz. If you haven't had a chance to see it, Diana Ross and Michael Jackson playing the Scarecrow. He did his version of Scarecrow, right? It's Michael Jackson, the Scarecrow. But Riley Moore, aka Riley Moe, Riley Moore was naturally bow-legged, and he was just so tall. And to see him live as a little kid, me already learning the robot on my own, but then seeing him live at a talent show in the community, at the park, at social events, or waiting for the bus, like, This guy was amazing. His robot style was very clean, and a lot of us we reference Robert Shields because of the popularity of his television show. He was showing on weeklies, the Donnie and Osmond show, the Carpenters, and the 70s was big for TV, right? And we love the Clinkers. The Clinkers was the husband and wife robot mime team on, they were doing skits on national television. And you can Google Robert Shields and you'll find all his videos. And they just did a documentary on him, right? And they're showing at all these film festivals now, which is awesome. Uh, he needs to be given his flowers again for all the work that he's done in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and national TV, and just live Broadway style shows. Um, but Riley Moe live in person was just, I don't even know how to put it in words. It just blew all of our minds. And everyone in our community in Richmond tried to do their version of Riley Moe the Scarecrow. He was a distinct looking character. No one looked like him. No one had a body that was built like him. And his style of posing was so clean and slow. And um, in Richmond, it was all about posing and how clean your robot was, right? How much of a mannequin you looked like and inhuman. That's what it was always about. The more the more robotic you were and went into a mind state, like looking like a mannequin, you were effective. And you guys are familiar with call outs, right? If you're not familiar with call outs. So I'm walking down the street, 1 block away, I can see another robot dancer from a block away, and he can call me out, meaning give me eye contact, know that I'm coming, know that I probably have a dance background, and just start doing a pose. Stop walking and do a pose, and call me out, and make sure that I see him or her, and uh, that's already a communication, a nonverbal communication that he's challenging me. Do I have what it takes to maybe make a better robot pose than him from a distance? So those were like early influences of how to challenge, right? You guys say, "Oh, let's go to a cipher and just call each other out and start banging on each other." It, ours was not really to that level yet. It was more like, "Hey, I'll call you out from a distance." And they may have that in Los Angeles too, with through stories of Midnight and all those guys, and but that's how we were doing it in the Bay Area. And
Nobone was talking with me about something. Um, so Nobone had brought up about how like nowadays there's a lot of young cats that when someone's in the middle of a cipher, they'll be dancing on the edge of the cipher rather than like watching, right?
Yeah.
And Nobone was saying, back in the day, that was disrespectful. If you're dancing at the edge of the cipher while you're watching me, that's you calling me out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
Would it
mean,
been would it have been kind of that way in the Bay or?
yeah, I mean, so the talent show before the show starts, there's a DJ playing music. We also had live bands, right? Live music was it's still huge in the Bay Area, but it's about live music, the instrumentation, the drums, the guitar, horn section, Earth, Wind and Fire, right? George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, you name it, and Prince. Prince and the Revolution would recruit, right? That's why he went and got Sheila E. Live music. And in the talent show, live instrumentation and DJs were both the music providers, which would create our quote unquote ciphers in the front floor of the stage at the Richmond Auditorium. And to your point, Mike, now that I think about it, I hadn't really thought about it that way. Um, there I hadn't heard anything directly like that, but in No Bones time, for sure, if that was the thing for them to be disrespectful to do it, hey, I would have looked at it maybe as, oh, this guy wants to come out, but he just probably doesn't have the guts to do it, or just didn't really care to be in the middle of it. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if if you really wanted to come out and challenge somebody, you would come out full circle. Um, just recently posted on, if you guys are still in the old Facebook thing, but on Facebook with just the people that I'm still associated with, I just posted one of the hardest robot dancers that I had ever seen growing up. Also, I mentioned to you guys Riley Moore was Andre Johnson, and if you look on the post, Andre Johnson, there's a picture of him. I actually screenshotted his profile. These are guys that don't come out in 2024, but during their heyday in 1977, 78, 79, 80, 81, they were like the hardest robot dancers I ever seen in my life. Another guy, Willie Boyd, who's still alive and in the community, who loves to go fishing. He's one of my other influences for both solo style robot and group choreography, which you see in Media Circus and Robinati and the Richmond robots and things of that nature, like those routines. Um, he was actually part of Media Circus at one point and gave a lot of BRS group formula style choreography to that group. I'll pause for a minute. Is anyone thinking about anything? Who inspires you guys in 2024? Who are some of you looking up to help you create your dance or inspire you to just, express yourself? Anybody?
Visaraki is a really big inspiration of mine. With his musicality is just off the charts.
What's that? Nah, see, I need to learn. Who is that? I don't know what. I don't know who that is.
Let me message Blind, and then he can. Give me a second.
Yeah, he was doing great at Red Bull. That was insane.
Yeah, Red Bull dancer style is right now. Everybody knows. And he, what is it? He won. What is it? A couple years ago, and I can't remember how the. Currently, I think everything's still ongoing for this year, but let me look this up.
For me, I really like to watch Blueprint. Is very good, like animation.
What's the name again?
I'm trying to figure out what his actual name is, but
Yes. Okay, there you go. So I'm glad you mentioned Blueprint. So I love Blueprint. I love Dragon House, right?
Yeah.
So Blueprint is a member of Dragon House, Atlanta, Georgia, right? And some of their earlier videos with what's the little guy who was just at the LA Animation? Mike.
Is it Chibi or no?
Yeah, Chibi. So Chibi, Nonstop, and I guess maybe Blueprint or one of the other members. They have the videos of being all dressed in gold, right, as statues and doing routines. That's some of their earlier videos,
Remote
right?
Control, I think.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Those are the early videos. Then they created Dragon House, and to me, when I see Dragon House, it's like for dancers. I don't know. It's kind of like how Outkast and the Goody Mob and the Dungeon Family were rap and recording artists all coming together to get beats and music production from all these producers that were going in there, right? They did the same for dancers. It's no different than creating a Wu-Tang Clan, or Heartbreak Kids, like I Am Sue and all these rappers in the Bay Area coming together. Digital Underground is kind of the same, right? Tupac being a part of Digital Underground as a dancer first, ironically. So Blueprint, the stuff that they're music, what is he doing? He's with is her name Taylor the dancer that does all the
a lot of more like smaller TikTok
they switch
footage
in their
with it,
TikTok
right?
videos
Nowadays, but
Yes, very intricate movements. I love what they're doing because it's so detailed. And then they're either writing the rhythm, right, or they're writing the lyrics, or a combination of both. Um, our well, going back to Blueprint, I like a lot of the early Dragon House routines. If you with Nonstop in there and their whole crew, there was one routine, Mike. We didn't pull it up, but it's they were in the park with all these trees, and they just kind of did a. It's one of their older routines, but they they synchronized and then they reversed it. I think. I should have gave it to you
I've got it.
for
Explain.
reference. Yeah, that video is one of my favorite Dragon House videos because they got a chance to showcase their original solo, but then they came together as group. I'm a real fan of the group. That's why I moved into choreography. Um, uh, when I was dancing with Media Circus, and we were all about choreography, that style of choreography. The Jabberwockies, who are good friends of ours, they reference Mike the 1999 UCLA B-boy summit. I think that the Asia went through there, and when our group performed their 1999 UCLA B-boy summit, and that's us. That's who we are. That's a BRS group routine, right? It's not a one style. It's a collection of dancers from different areas connected by those BART trains and those freeway systems, right? And the Mr. Blind Prophet. Those media circus routines are a compilation of different choreography coming together as one routine. And that I want to make that clear to everybody. Like if you're seeing that style that fast for the very first time, that's not our original style. Our original style is a slower version of that, right? The original funk music, the tempo, the BPMs of the original funk music is our foundation. We just happen to speed the music up because in a Richmond talent show or Bay Area talent show format, you had to do something innovative. How did we innovate our dance style? We sped the music up. Oh, we could do this faster and cleaner with hitting, with still popping in there and hitting and robotic and execute a five-man, five-person routine with those intricate dominoes and poses and things like that. So that's really who we are. But we also come from solo movement too, and that's what I was trying to kind of explain to the modern day popping community is that it's as far as Plick Block is concerned, I'm a fan of both the solo and the group. I love watching different kinds of choreography. I love synchronized swimming. If you guys watch synchronized swimming in the Olympics, go watch that. If you really want to be clean in movement, they're awesome, right? ROTC, uh, how they hold the rifles, you know. Um, Incorporate that into your cleanliness if you want some notes. Um, but thanks for mentioning Blueprint. Um, I'm a fan of Dragon House and Nonstop and all those guys. Anybody else?
I got some inspiration and stuff from J Rocker.
Someone said woman. Wackett said
Umin? Is it Umin?
woman.
The U,
And
right?
then
Umin. Yeah.
the Iron said J Rocka.
Is that like RJ
J
Rocka?
Rocka?
Like
What's that?
in VRJ Rocka?
No, he does.
Oh,
He does
Umin
all
is from
animation
Japan.
stuff and robot
Yeah,
and
yeah.
scarecrow. And,
Yeah, yeah.
You can look him up.
Yes. Umin is from Japan.
Oh,
Yeah,
J Rock.
yeah, yeah.
J Rock.
J Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, J Rock? J Rock
Yeah.
Nelson?
Yeah. J Rock.
Oh yeah. Yeah. J Rock, so J Rock, when they were all living together in Los Angeles. When I first met a lot of those guys, So let's go through the list. J Rock, Popping Todd, right? Todd Braithop. Who else was living with them? Pandora was there a lot. You guys know Pandora, right?
Weren't they all in a? They were all in a crew as well at one point, I believe.
Yeah, I mean that's where Soul came through too. Animated beat mechanics at the time. Mad Chad, there you go, Mad Chad. So Mad Chad, Todd, Poppin' Todd, J Rock Nelson, and JJ Gutierrez, right? J Smooth, J Smooth. At that time, Boogie Frantic was with Slick Dog, right? Not where he's at right now, but Slick Dog. Um, but seeing all those guys come up, man, I mean, it was amazing. That was about maybe 2000, 2003 or 2004 is when I got a chance to meet everybody. At that time, myself and Pop Tart uh, got invited to do choreography for Missy Elliott. So the Lose Control video, music makes you lose control, music make you lose control. Go that intro to that is really influenced from me and Pop Tart to the head choreographer Nadine Ruffin, hi hat, who was Missy Elliott's #1 main choreographer, as well as Rihanna, hi hat. Uh, Me and Pop Tart worked with the hi hat for Missy Elliott, and then hi hat. You can see her work in that video, and but you can see where the influence is. They got a line of people together doing a lot of BRS style movements and media circus. We gave her VHS tapes, hand delivered it to Missy Elliott, and said, "Hey, you know what? It would be nice if you put some of this in there." But we didn't get that job. We got the job before that, um, which was fun. Any
My
any
boyfriend's
any
is
other
That
influence?
was a really good one.
Oh, that one's really
I
cool.
remember
Oh, the Will I Am?
My boyfriend's biggest influence is Ejo Wilson,
Yeah.
since he comes from, my boyfriend's a house dancer with Ejo being, pretty much the house dance scene.
Is that a is that
No,
AJA, right?
Ejo,
Spelled
like
AJA Wilson?
EJOE. I believe it's more of a yeah. I believe I
Oh,
don't know the history about
EJOE.
it too much because it's
So
more my
who is
boyfriend's style of dance. It's his favorite. It's the house dance scene. I think it's more of a East Coast thing, but don't quote me on that because it's more that's he knows all the history about that, all of that kind of stuff. But him being a house
uh-huh.
dancer
Uh-huh.
and Ejo Wilson is like a foundation, a pillar of the house dance scene. So.
Oh, okay.
Ejo Wilson knows you. We're mutual friends, like with Ejo Wilson,
Oh, okay.
and Lonnie is on there
Cool.
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, and that's good. My blind prophet, because I know there's a lot of times there's
Yeah, for
disconnect
sure, for
with
sure.
time period, and
Yeah.
I'm I'm not and you guys, I'm not as I'm not as connected as I used to be when I was living in Los Angeles, in the scene a lot, with a lot of the dancers, both at the choreographer level as well as just going to street jams, and that's why we love stuff like the Oakland Boogaloo Barbecue. We love stuff like the Poppers Picnic, because those events you get to really see um, the foundational styles in their rawest forms to really meet the people. Um, Shabadoo, before he passed away, he had a chance to finally go up to the Bay Area and experience and really be in the streets with the dancers there, through the barbecue. He had never done it before in his whole career, and it was refreshing to see the elders get together, his age group and the age group of our elders, which is the Oakland Boogaloo groups, and with Granny before she passed, but the Oakland Boogaloo groups of the Black Resurgence, the Black Messengers, and then I have my elders in Richmond, Candyman Dan, Riley Moore, and those guys. That it was good to see that Shabadoo had a chance to set foot on the soil, so to speak, before he passed, and take photos and be with everybody. Um, did we send I don't know if one of the good clips to have in your guys' archive is the battle between it's a flavor group battle, 2003, in San Francisco, Pop Tart and A1 battling Far Side, the group at the time called the Gutter Punks. That's a battle you might want to. I might have sent that to you, Blind Prophet. PT 3000.
I got a lot of videos.
Yeah, PT 3000 versus Gutter Punks. For all you battlers out there, keep that one in your archive. That is one to watch. A great historical battle that took place in the city of San Francisco. It was a battle event called Flavor Group. I don't know what his event was called, but it was the first time, Mike, that a two-man BRS, old school, pure foundational, took on the modern day b-boys and hip hop and house dancers and poppers on one stage. It hadn't been done prior to 2003 like that, and it was a combination of the DJ playing their list of music plus you being able to select the track that's to your liking too, and they went through the ranks, and it was awesome because the three judges and that performance is Don Camelot, Asia One, and Brian Footwork Green. Like those three judges were like the best people to have at that time for that kind of battle. But Far Side, if you guys know, I don't know if you guys know his work. Before he got into America's Best Dance Crew with I forget his group's name after the Jabberwockies won the first show, Mike. But they represented on there. I don't know if anybody in here goes as far as America's Best Dance Crew. It's considered an old show now. Anyone else want to share kind of like who they take liking to, and because I'm learning from you guys too, like
So have you heard of Uman? So have you heard of Uman? Is Guak had said Uman.
yeah, Umin
Uman's
Japan
from
for
Japan.
sure. I was fascinated when I saw their routines. The guy with the big top hat. My question, are they still around? Are those guys still active? Does anyone know?
I think one of the people to ask about that would be Tabo.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Tabo did a lot of work with them.
I watched a lot of boppers like
That's awesome. Yeah, he's a legend in his own right
King
too.
Zero,
Umin,
Tabo,
not
the
really
guy with the
active. I
fancy
think
foot slides.
Kote Senin, the guy with the top hat, he's doing his own thing now. Kiki.
Uh-huh. I also like oh go ahead. Sorry.
You can keep going, Guac.
I also like Hamutsun Serve. Ricky.
I'm not sure because there's
Onodera.
latency, so I just.
I didn't send you those photos are on the social media, Mike. Yeah, Hamutsun Serve. Those guys are. When I first saw their routine, Mike, it was a full out animation routine with two people and doing knee slides in their routine. That was amazing. I don't know if you could find video of them, but Hamilton Serve, I'm a fan of them. Ricky Onodera. Then they end up getting booked by Madonna for the one of their tours, the Candy tour or something like that, which is awesome.
You'll have to.
Yeah. But I would definitely love to, if we were to talk about the future of dance, like, um, number one, just do it because you love it, right? You guys are here because you love dance. You do it as a form of expression for whatever reason, right? Outlets. We always use the word. It's an outlet to do this or that. Some people just like it as an outlet. But stay creative. Keep doing what you love the way you do it, and um, don't ever don't ever hold back in trying new stuff. Experimenting. Doesn't Just a Debut have an experimental in France? They were having an experimental part of Just a Debut. Does anybody know?
I mean, the stuff just keeps moving on. Like,
I know there's a lot of
you know,
videos on YouTube
the
for
amount of experimentation people keep doing. Like, you would kind of expect there to be a limit to the human body at some point, but like, it just keeps evolving, right? New styles, new things just keep coming up, and there are so many dancers. It's actually
right.
just crazy.
Yes.
Same for us here, right? So many people are just like
It's crazy. Yeah.
inspirational. Like,
I love it. The stuff that all the modern day.
It's really interesting in the VR space because like you can do certain things in dance.
So
Sorry.
everyone's.
I was just saying, like the way that people are experimenting here in VR is like on a whole different level because it's like we can do things that you cannot do in IRL. Like people are taking off their shoes and waving it above their head, and like in VR that looks absolutely insane, But in IRL that's not. It's kind of one of those things where VR dancing is almost becoming its own like culture in and of itself, where you can do crazy things, you can do stuff like that, where it's like. You can take your headset off. I mean, I saw Bebotics one time, a really, really great dancer in the VR space. Took his headset off, turned it around 180, and then turned it around again. It looked like his head went whoop, and like that kind of stuff. It's like it's a performance thing. It's about putting on a show. It's about really like getting people involved. And that kind of stuff. You can't do that IRL. So it's really interesting how the technology is feeding into this new era of like just kind of crazy stuff we can do in this space. It's really, really fun. Really, really cool.
Yes. Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. That's it's evolving on its own, right? That's evolution of it. Um you got to start somewhere. The point of origin is just to do it where you are. And right now, you guys, sitting in this lounge living room, it looks really cool. And then, before we started, someone jumped off the balcony and started walking on the floor, like stuff like that. It's there's no boundaries.
yeah, that especially.
That's true
Just
Matrix
like
stuff, right?
global, just meeting people from all over the world in the same
Yeah,
space.
people were
That
saying
is amazing.
earlier about like
Yes. Yes. Another form of the internet, international network, right? Um,
Crazy
and
worlds that people create there. I feel like
it's great to see all the
they're actually
avatars, like the different.
in a house and pour drinks and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, and it's really cool with like the avatars and stuff because I know like in the IRL space.
Right.
No, what just add on what people
I was
had
just
said
saying, like in
about
the IRL space, like dancers, like you care about what you wear, because what you wear also makes a statement. You know, you want to be comfortable, you want to dance, but you know, you like people who go out, they do kind of performances. You know, they make their own. You know, they do their own clothes. I mean, all this kind of stuff. They make themselves look a certain way to add to their performance. And here in VR, we can make ourselves look absolutely insane. I mean, I was a seal earlier. We got people here like Ellie, she's a cat in a dinosaur costume. Like, I mean, you can literally express yourself in a million different ways, and you can put on a show in a million different ways, because we have the ability to literally make ourselves look however we want. It's so cool.
Yes.
That's exactly what I
Right.
was
Yes.
gonna say. Like, is at the end of the day, if you want to do a robot routine, you can actually make yourself look like a real robot, and then do your robotic movement to animate that robot. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, that's awesome. You know, we'll definitely get there. That's at one point. Um, but just to see in general, like the comment that was made earlier, like it's endless with the different kinds of styles and creative movements, and when you add that component to it of making your character however you want, like is phenomenal stuff. I love it. Love it. No boundaries in that. Is anyone, any of you seen the work that Sadek is doing? Are you guys familiar with Sadek? Sadeck? Nobody? He's doing a lot of there's two groups I want to mention too, but he's the main choreographer. He just did the Paris fashion show, but what he's doing, he's got a bleachers, maybe a set of bleachers of people. You guys can look him up, and the people are following all of his
They're
choreography.
watching.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his work because, well, I relate to it because to me it's BRS sitting down, and he's the main orchestrator getting these people, and he's spelling out a message, right? World peace or whatever it is. He's stop the violence, whatever message he's sending, you know, on a global scale. He's doing it utilizing his students' bodies to create those messages with arm movements through rhythms and beats and things of that nature. And then I guess he just recently did yeah, the Paris Fashion Week. They hired him to do it there, which is an awesome gig to do, to be able to do that level of choreography for an event like that. That was definitely a good match that I thought. Um, there's another group I just found on Instagram. Mike, they do a lot of the tuts. I screenshotted their Instagram account, but I would definitely like to mention them at least. Let me see. When I saw their work, I'm a fan of it. Oh, here it is, right here. Urban Theory. Urban Theory.
Yeah, they also do a lot of like the small
I'll send
scale
this to
finger
you
stuff,
guys.
like very good
Oh, the
footage.
finger tutting. Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Yeah, like yeah, just you know the where they're where they're going with it, the way they do it, putting the shoes on their hands, right? Um, uh, I mean, it's within this realm of how they're doing it, but then they just go intricate within that realm, right? But yeah, Urban Theory, I love what they're
super
doing.
clean.
I'm a fan of anytime I see like the stuff Sadek and Urban Theory are doing, I'm a fan of that stuff. Yeah, super clean, totally super clean. And uh, you know, Umin,
I'm so into that.
um, I watch a lot of the hip hop choreography too, you know. Um, when you know it's the standard style of being on the stage, and I see a lot of the formulas that we use in BRS group choreography. They use it in hip hop. Dominoes, one move going after the other, catch ons, 2-on-2, symmetrical stuff. I always look at that stuff. I love it. Um, again, just my individual solo base is Robot Foundation, early stages of popping and things like that. Um, but I like to look beyond with more bodies on stage. Um, there's also a reference. I don't know if we put that one up, Mike. Um, Rich and Tone hired Rich and Tone Talawega, the choreographers for Michael Jackson on Broadway in New York currently, and working with Michael Jackson's nephew for, I guess, the upcoming film. Uh, they got me a lot of my gigs in Hollywood. They used to dance with Jennifer Lopez. They know Gwen Stefani. They work with everybody. Um, but they got me my gig with Madonna, and that's the whole. If you guys seen the Ray of Light um, performance from the 2006 Confessions tour, the Madonna Ray of Light, that's majority of my work. Again, looking at Urban Theory, what they're doing, looking at what Sadek is doing, it's along the same lines. Um, if you've seen the movie The Mummy or Atomic Blonde with Charlize Theron, her girlfriend, right? The girl who played the mummy with Tom Cruise. That is Sophia Butella. Sophia is a contortionist dancer who was part of the Vagabond crew in Paris, France, and original Algerian roots. But she made her way to Hollywood and became a huge dancer, and she was part of that Confessions tour. I got a chance to meet her and work with her in her earlier days before she became a big time actress now. Um, the Kingsman. You can look up Sophia Butella, but she got touched by BRS, Mike.
I got it here.
What's video playing right now?
I was playing the Madonna one.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Did you find the TED Talks one with uh, it's the Macy's. It's in the email, I think. The TED Talks ones is good. I like the TED Talks Dancing with the Stars performance work. It was my first time getting a chance to work with 16 different dancers from all different backgrounds. Um, Locadelic was one of the dancers that I was able to do some choreography for. She was part of that group. The three dancers for Gwen Stefani's Harajuku Girls. Some of you, I don't know if you may or may not know them. Um, Rina Nakasone and all those girls, they were part of that too. I didn't send you any photos of that one, Mike, but that was a great project because it was 16 dancers total, 8 guys, 8 girls, doing pure media circus, Astrons, Richmond talent show group choreography in its purest form. Zulu Gremlin was dancing in there. He choreographed a little bit of it too. Um, Housing Authorities Super Dave is in that piece. A lot of dancers that just danced with Usher on the Super Bowl. Um, Mark Marvelous, I did with him for TED Talks, but what's his name? He was just with Usher on the Super Bowl this past January here in Las Vegas when the Chiefs played the San Francisco 49ers. They did the halftime show. It's good to see everybody still active. When I see dancers that I've worked with in the past and they're still doing and dancing, it's awesome. And one day they'll learn about this lounge that you guys are all in here with the with the unique avatars. I hope to get to your guys' level in creating that creative stuff and making my own. I know I'll have a blast with that once I get time to do it.
That'd be dope.
Um,
Damn.
you guys are inspiring me right now. um, I hope to work with some of you guys in the VR world, doing some advancement stuff. We know with Blind Prophet and Foxy and just do it the right way. This is awesome. I've
What
never
advice
seen
would you
that.
give? What advice would you give a
To
new dancer, um, relating to BRS stuff?
um, for me, it was always developing the passion to the music. Like the music is so the music drives the movement. At least when I was growing up, the music drove the movement. When you see Michael Jackson, those guys move, the music was moving them to move that way. If you look at old concert video, and that's the same for me, it's the music is different now. So however the music moves you, um, do you. There's always strings to music. People, you know, a lot of times, and Blind Prophet, we've talked about this where in Wave-O-Matic, right? Like you could a string of a symphony could be playing, and it could just be the waving of of the strings. Um, for the all you hard beat hitters out there that want to dime stop and animate to the beat, or you're listening to the lyrics, right? I was the in popping. It's they what do a lot of the masters in the popping game tell you, like feel the groove, right? And they say that because they come from soul and funk music. That's what it's naturally does. That it rides a groove. My cousin Danny, a lot of my hard hits in that I incorporate into robot and that I developed over the recent years, is because of the drums. The drums, the kicks and the snares, they make you do that. They make a lot of the poppers, follow the drums and the slaps to the hit of the beat. Some of the great choreographers are doing the lyrical stuff. They're following lyrics. A lot of you may dance to music that has no lyrics, you know, or it's just a hi-hat cymbal. It's just certain sounds of instrumentation. You have to do what you like best out of music. Do any of you just move without music?
I
Any
do.
of you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
practice,
just
sure, but
recreate the
I'd
music
rather
in my
hear
head.
something. Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's inside you, right? It's like once you hear the music, you can't stop it moving.
Right. So a lot of times it might be just working on technique with no music. Yeah.
Opatia is
But
hearing
so
impaired,
that
so
I guess
they
that's a
move
question
without
for me
music.
to you guys. Like, does the music drive you to dance?
Hell yeah. I can't stop hearing. I
I
can't
like the
stop
way she pointed, like
moving
over
when I
there.
listen to music. It's like the cipher question earlier about what's maybe polite or not. It's like if even if there's a cipher going on, I'm watching the person. But if I'm listening to music and it feels good, I have to move a little bit, like the whole time.
Yes. And what's so the people in the room now? What's if you had to put a name to your style, what style do you guys do? Like we could just go like one by one if you don't mind sharing.
Sure, let's start to the left.
Yeah, we can start over here,
Anybody?
and then we'll work our way down.
We try to do wave and robot dance like Blind Prophet, Opatia.
I'll start.
Okay.
In my case, it's mostly
Nice.
hip hop, some animation, working on more like incorporating more tutting into it. That's for me.
Okay, if you're hip hop, check out if you're not already following him, the guy from Sacramento. Um, gosh, young Filipino guy. Um, Mike, you don't know who I'm talking about, huh? He's good with hip hop. Gosh, he's like
Got
a
too many
he's like a
names.
he's like a derivative of Phil Tayag, aka SB Swagger Boy from Jabberwockies. He's like a younger version of him. That guy is the new now. Like he's your age group. He's your guys' age group that's current. And if any of you are doing hip hop, I would recommend go watching a lot of his solo clips. It's uh gosh, I just looked at some of his videos and I added them to Instagram. Gosh, what is his handle? Um, I gotta look him up. I gotta send that to you, Mike, because he is
You
a
send it my way. I'll let people know.
yeah, he's a great hip hop dancer. He rides the lyrics a lot. He's big on writing lyrics and staying within the groove. He can do both. And he just recently went to China. They did a workshop. They brought him in to do a workshop, which was good. He did a music video with the Jabberwockies. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if he was related to Phil at some point. He's got braids, two braids down. God, his name is on the tip of my tongue. But for all you hip hop heads, you can always do your studying, of course, with New York hip hop because New York is hip hop. Um, um, but God, I'm gonna try to remember his name before we close this session. Anybody else like the styles that they're doing and the types of music that you guys are listening to?
Kind of freestyling it together because I try a lot of styles.
And I bring the music style too.
But mostly it's like contemporary and hip hop for me.
Okay, nice. Contemporary and hip hop. Gotcha. I bring the music up because Blind Prophet, you know this about when the dubstep music. A lot of you may know this too. When the dubstep genre became just naturally off the tongue for people to talk. Oh yeah, man, I dubstep dance or I do this and that, and it has its cycles. People, like I said, in my time of growing up in the area, it was funk and soul music, so the dancing kind of matched that sound. And then when you
What
have
about the
uh,
electronic?
Oh, so electro, right? You want to talk about electro music?
Yeah.
Electro funk, right? If we have to go into the history, then there's the Africa Bambaataa, Planet Rock. There's before Dr. Dre, right? If you guys know Dr. Dre's history, he was part of the group The Wrecking Crew, and they made electro funk beats. You can see his evolution into becoming gangster rap. Like Arabian Prince was a producer that produced records for NWA, but he's part of that. What Bopping Andre would give you a lot of history on the Uncle Jam's Army of Los Angeles, the LA Dream Team sound, right? That electro funk, where we all come from the funk background, but then you're experimenting. Egyptian Lover, right? You're experimenting with electronic sounds. And who's to blame for that?
Hell yeah.
Kraftwerk. Rest in peace, Florian Schneider. I didn't send you guys. Um, sorry about that, Mike. I didn't send you there. There's Kraftwerk photos on the Facebook, but we Media Circus at the time, 1998 June. They
Is
did a
that Ren?
concert.
Ren Crisol
They did a concert
logo?
in San Francisco. We got a chance to go backstage, get free tickets from them. It was such a blessing and honor to meet those guys, talk to those guys, the pioneers of electronic music out of Germany. And the interesting question that I asked them is who did you guys listen growing up as listeners of music? And one of their biggest influences was Miles Davis, the horn master, and his daughter loved Janet Jackson. So shout out to Kraftwerk for all of their musical albums. And for all you robot dancers that want to fine tune your technique, go listen to some of those original records. This one is called Man Machine.
Let's go.
Their style of dress influenced a lot of how we dress too, but a lot of it comes from Kraftwerk as well as Motown groups dressing alike. The Temptations, the Four Tops, the Jackson Five, the sequence and dress. We patterned a lot of the BRS uniform looks off of those groups, the Motown groups and Kraftwerk,
Showing me the
Devo.
picture of you super young hanging out with Kraftwerk.
Oh yeah, there you go. I'm glad you were able to get those. Um, totally awesome to meet those guys. Again, rest in peace, Florian Schneider. And you'll hear all the big major artists reference them. But if you ever want to go back to like some 80s old school, and you guys have seen Boogaloo Shrimp and his movie Breaking with the Broom, right? If you haven't, that's that's Kraftwerk he's dancing off of, which is Tour de France, right? Blind Prophet.
This is making me so happy right now.
Yep. Ah, ah. That's actually the theme for the Tour de France bike race in France. What else? Anyone else doing different styles and music? What do they like?
I listen to a lot of funky music, older
Is
funk
that I'm
music.
trying to read the name. Like, sorry guys, I can't.
I like popping. I like animation. I like the idea of puppeting
Okay.
and cyborging.
Nice. Puppeting. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Doing all the puppets,
Whilst
puppet
there's
movements, the
whilst there's
strings,
people of various
right?
ages here, some people like to say I'm one of the people that listen to older music.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that clearly. Can you say it again?
There's people of all sorts of ages in here, but I'm one of the people that people tend to say I listen to older music or old style music.
Old style music.
Yeah.
And what era is that old style music?
Sort of
Which one?
70s kind of thing. I kind of blame my dad. Um, I just got into loads of music these.
Oh, 70s. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, 70s. That's the funk era, man. I mean, George Clinton, Parliament, Funkadelic is like they're like the real funksters, right? The Funketeers. And uh you can always go back and listen to that stuff and listen to the pure sounds for sure. Any B-boys in here?
We got some B girls.
Yeah, B girl right here.
B girl? Okay. Sorry, B-boys or
Ellie, she's
B-girls?
one of our instructors here
Yeah.
for breaking.
Right here. This is Ellie is our B girl instructor.
Was that the one that was in the lounge, the last lounge, with a different
Yes,
avatar?
that was. Yes,
Okay.
that was.
All right. Yeah, I saw her doing the moves and stuff. Very cool. Um, who did she learn from? Who did you learn from?
Do you mean on
If you learned
mine
from
or?
anyone, you're like your B girl style.
I watch a lot of b-boys and b-girls, so I like
listen to
Ami
them
from Japan.
Yeah.
I like b-boy Menno a lot because he has like
Yeah,
infinite
like
flow.
was it?
Phil Wizard from
Uh-huh.
Canada, Hong Ten from I think Korea. It really varies. I watch a lot of Red Bull stuff. I like watching
Okay.
documentaries.
They're all. Yeah. That's the. Okay. So our Bay Area crews are, I think, was Full Force and Style Elements too, which is like Stockton and Bay Area
So you have like
mix.
Crumbs from Style Elements, I think.
Crumbs, Remind.
Yeah, I love Crumbs.
Yeah, Crumbs and Remind. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Iron Monkey, is Iron Monkey?
I don't think I'm familiar with Iron Monkey.
I know a metal band called Iron Monkey.
That's cool.
Yeah, it really
Okay.
depends. I like what's his name? Oh, now I'm drawing a blank. He's one of like I like B-Boy
He's got a
Machine.
ton of
He's an
some
OG.
videos out there too.
I like a lot of like New York breakers. I like Alien Ness and like his emphasis on foundation stuff like
Machine.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
I like the way that Machine kills the beat. Like he can top rock an entire round, but then he can do power.
Alien.
He can do all sorts of stuff and
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, it just really depends because I like different breakers for different reasons. Sometimes it's about power, sometimes it's their flow, sometimes they have sick top rock, like B-Boy Why Not. And then as far as music that I listen to, I listen to
Yes.
jazz. Like I listen to Coltrane. I don't really play music anymore, but I play several instruments. I
Right.
used to play in like a jazz and R&B band. Trained with classical guitar a ton. So the music I listen to varies. It could be metal, it could be dubstep, it could be rhythm, it could be John Coltrane.
Nice.
Yeah, so I like it all. The stuff I like to dance to a lot with breaking is like dancing to jazz because it changes up your flow than the typical breakbeat because breakbeats tend to be like super quick, especially in competitions. But I personally like to dance to like lo-fi
Uh-huh.
hip hop, and yeah.
Yes. Nice. Nice. Great. Thank you
Guacamole
for
behind me.
sharing that.
He's
That's
got
awesome.
a lot of latency.
Yeah, I like B-Boy Machine.
Go ahead.
I
I'll let
worked
you
with
finish.
him a lot on.
Oh, I
You
was
got a
saying,
lot of what?
Guacamole behind me has a lot of latency, so he was gonna have me tell you
Oh, I
for
was just
him.
saying.
So he does liquid and waving, and he's influenced a lot by Tiny Love and the Liquid Pop Collective, and he does a lot of animation stuff and really influenced by Umin and World Order, Pop and John, and Martin O'Clock. So.
Okay. Yeah. Papa John, yep. Papa John's out here in Vegas, and we just did some projects together. I don't have that video up. I'll try to get it to you, Mike. We just did me, Pop and John. What's his name from David Elsewhere?
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
familiar with Elsewhere? So it was me, Double Edge Reg from San Jose, Boogie Boy Floyd from Santa Clara, who's out here in Vegas, Poppin' John, uh, David Elsewhere, and Mori from Japan. Mori, who does like a lot of creature moves on the ground. He was with us too. Pandora. It was a project that was with Quality from uh, who's out here also, which is Pandora's other half.
Yeah.
Yeah, Papa John.
I
One
want to know also if you know of Martin O'Clock.
Martin O'Clock. That's not clocks ticking, right? It's different.
No, 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 it's not.
I don't know Martin O'Clock. Who is that? Is he here in Vegas? No.
Looks like
Blind
he does
Prophet.
like robotics, and he does robotics and animation style. Looks like.
Oh, okay. I'd have to see some of the work. Is he? Where is he
I'll send it
from?
to you. Sure. Where's he from? Fuck, you know? He's in Asia side. Might be Japan.
Oh, okay. God, I just saw a video of Ricky from Hamutsun Serve just posted a video. I'll try to tag you real quick, Mike, of one of their Japan OGs. Ricky Onodera. Let me see. Yeah. So this is Hamutsun Serve. That's them now. But they're one of their older videos where they're doing two-man animation. Here's this one here. So I'll send this to you guys too. Looks like there's a guy, Japan. He says Japanese OG Moriyasu. There you go. OG Moriyasu. So for you robot popping, especially if you're in you're Japan, if you don't already know OG Moriyasu, Blind Prophet will show you. But you got the videos, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got.
Yeah, some
Oh yeah,
I
I've
guess.
seen them.
Oh,
I've seen them. Okay.
okay. There you go for Japan, an OG for real. I know there's a number of them out there. Tabo might even have more info.
Quite a few Japanese dancers on VR. They're all probably asleep right now.
Yeah, we actually got quite a large like Japanese dance community over here. We've got a lot of them, but with the time difference and things like that, I think they're all not available at the moment. But there are some absolutely insane Japanese dancers that grace us with their presence through VR. So
Right,
we're really
right. Yeah.
really awesome to get them in here as well.
Yeah, definitely. Any questions, anyone? Don't be shy. Ask whatever. Anything that you guys want to discuss or some other insight or anything you want to share. I totally would like to leave the table open for that. Because again, I'm learning when you guys share, I learn for sure. In addition to uh, becoming comfortable and more familiar with the technology of in VR. So I'm just checking out your guys' characters.
I got a question.
So who's that sitting down? It
Me?
says, is it super? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, go
I just
for
have
it.
a question about getting more involved with my local dance scene.
Oh, Tag,
Good.
say your name so
State
he
your
knows who's
name.
talking.
My name is Taglog7, and it's a joke because I do not know Tagalog. But yeah. But I was
Uh-huh.
looking for advice on how to get to pretty much penetrate my
It's all good.
pretty
Neither
much
do I.
penetrate my local dance scene. Like, do I just show up and say like what's up, or probably look for like workshops they hold or something?
Where
I'm
are
in
you?
I'm in
He's
Where are
he's
you
up near
based?
the
in
Van City
Vancouver.
crew, so over near Mega Man and Wonder Bread and all them.
Yeah, West
Canada.
Canada, Vancouver.
Oh shit, I'm from West Canada too.
Did you did Bop and Andre go there?
Yeah, Andre
West Coast.
went there.
Okay.
That's Mega Man's spot, and that's where Mega Man and Wonder Bread and Kid Vibrate and all them are at. I introduced
Yeah.
you to them back in 2011 at on the one.
Okay. So he's not close to their area locations
No,
on where they are?
he's there.
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
I'm
I'd
there,
hook them
buddy.
up, man. All you gotta do, Tag, is really
Okay,
realistically just show up, man.
cool.
Those guys
I'm
are
just
really
super
chill
green,
people.
so yeah.
I'll hook you up. I'll get you in touch with them.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're coming in contact with Mega Man, that's like the modern day Canada right there that I at least that I know of. Whatever happened to Blind Prophet? Whatever happened to Monster Pop? Wasn't he Canada too?
Yeah, he's over on the other side of Canada though. He's not near Van City. He's over
Oh.
near French Canada on the east coast.
Oh,
I forget
okay.
what the name of the city is.
Well, speaking of Canadian, so if you ever run into Monster Pop, he is a student of Pop Tart and BRS styles also. So he just took what he was already doing and made it grander, and he actually has created some routines. There might be some videos of him of Monster Pop on there. Um, that's what I would like to see from Mega Man Blind Prophet in the future is really just taking what he does individually and putting it into a group form.
I've seen him.
I would
I
like to.
actually seen him do some of those. I've seen him do some of the yeah. He did some routines doing some of the strutting that Andre does. Some of the
Oh,
strut
okay, yeah,
routines that Boobabop did best.
yeah. Like some of the stuff the two mans that Rashad and Future Ryan Webb have done for Funk and Focus and stuff like that, or Book of Styles. Some of their two mans have been really, really good. Um, and then you can see some of their older stuff, what they did with us with BRS events that we threw, that me and Pop Tart produced in San Jose. I want to say, I don't know, they're all in the same gymnasium. They were a part of that also, that event where we had all the groups, the Playboys, myself with the Richmond Robots doing a tribute routine, um, Ryan and Rashad Hassani doing a two-man with a clear mask with some white top hats, really nice. They executed that routine really well. Um, I'll always be a fan of solo dance for sure, like seeing what people do individually. And then the way that my mind works is, okay, how do I duplicate that? Right? And in the duplication process, creating the choreographing okay, if these two or three people might be doing that, this was doing here, and the Dancing with the Stars piece, Mike, the 150th anniversary that we did with the 16 dancers for with Rich and Tone, that was that was really fun. Yeah, that doing that kind of, imagine going beyond using that as a foundation now, because there's we were able to break it up with four four groups, 16 dancers total doing different dimensional, but imagine expanding from that. Like that would be awesome. So many different areas you can go into, you know.
Thank you.
But
I'm playing it on the screen for you while you're talking about it.
no problem. This is awesome.
Are there any styles of dance that you have like, respect for, but like you respectfully probably would never try it yourself?
Oh man, what is that called? I gotta
Yeah.
go live now because the battery's dying. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you call it? I didn't even know. What
Oh,
was
like
it that the river dance with the legs?
Irish like dance, Irish dance,
Oh, the
Irish dance.
Yeah, I think I just posted
It's
that.
really hard. I've tried. I trip all the time.
I don't like to do it. Like I'm a
Yeah.
fan. It's all the salsa tournament, all
Oh
the
yeah,
salsa
those are awesome.
tournaments
Your legs will die.
Mm-hmm.
where they're wearing the
Yeah.
numbers and the couples go at it, and then the young people come out and they
They're
do it
wearing enough
even
hairspray
better
to
than
choke a
the
whale.
adults. Like that's that stuff's amazing to me.
I was saying they're wearing enough gel
I'm
and
sorry.
hairspray to choke a whale. I freaking love, all those like salsa and yeah, it's those competitions. They go
Right, yeah.
hard. Yeah, they go
Right, yeah.
hard.
Hair doesn't move at all. And I mentioned synchronized swimming earlier, like seeing the pose. I know that a lot of that is stiff poses, but just looking at the precision, um, um, like when and Blind Prophet, this with waving and stuff. Like, yet really yet to see like a choreographed piece of just pure waving and poetry, right? Like on stage, where
Yeah.
it's a full wave routine. I think it would be an honor of Wave-O-Matic to even see that, something like that. And it can
I've
incorporate.
been wanting to find some people.
What's that?
So I've been wanting to find some people. 'Cause,
Yeah,
Wave
I
will
think
give me a
there's
bunch of cool
room for
stuff.
that to even still be performed. Like no one's ever really done it like that. 30 dancers, 40 dancers, 50 people on stage,
Some
creating
crazy shit.
story, narrative, and and messaging on stage using body movement like that. Like that's amazing stuff. Um, and when you look at like everyone here in this room for all the specialties that you do, imagine combining that into, man, like if all of us together were choreographing 100 dancers to give them a piece of you and put it together, that would be an amazing feat, right? Never been done before. There's
Even more
a lot of
amazing in
times maybe
VR with
one or two
latency.
choreographers doing a hip hop dance routine. Okay, we've seen that over and over and over again. Like that's why I referenced Sadek. Like, okay, he's one guy orchestrating, but he's got 150 people behind him executing these arm moves, creating a message. You know, or now you can tell a story. Okay, you've created some words. Now let's go create a narrative, right? A story. The world
I think there's.
stage of a. Say that
That
again.
one in particular,
I'll
that
finish what
video
you're
you showed us.
Oh no, I was just saying like as I look
Oh,
into
I
the
was like, sorry,
lounge
the one that you
and
showed us
see
with the arms, with the video that you showed us, the guy with
what's
the
that?
arms that was doing all of the BRS stuff with the arms, but they were wearing everything that was black and all you could see was their arms. That was, yeah, Sadek, yeah, that was absolutely insane because
Oh,
I know like
Sadek,
as a
Sadek,
choreographer, the
yeah.
more people
Sadek,
you
yes.
add to the choreo, the more difficult it is to get that synchronization up, and because like everybody, they might be an eighth note late and it might be a 16th note. Like the harder it is, the more people you get. And I'm
Yeah.
looking, I'm like, there's like 40 freaking people on that stage and they are clean, and that was just absolutely insane. I know how hard that is to execute, so that is so cool.
Right. Yep.
As someone who used to be on a dance team in contemporary of like 15 people, it's
And
really
then
hard to stay
imagine
in
like you
sync.
get 5 Sadeks, right?
Mhm.
5 people doing chunks in that, and you can create sentences of nar-
Yes. Yes.
eh, narrative. That's crazy, insane. I agree. Yes.
We're actually looking at doing a talent show here in the VRU at some point, and seeing if we can't get people to start doing some talent show routines and just show off and show their stuff. And
Pop Tart would love to help you produce that because that's what he does, talent shows. You know, um, that would be
yeah, we've been
awesome.
talking.
Hip Hop Congress, man.
Also, question
I think they're doing a
for
talent.
you.
They they did a talent show. They try to incorporate the talent show culture into the San Francisco strutting dance master camp. So students that take the courses Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they probably end up performing on Friday, something like that. Gotta get you the trailer
That's
so you can see the stuff they do.
it's definitely worth going to that camp. It's not too
I have
much
a
to
Yeah.
question
spend with
for PLIK PLOK. What is
What do you
the
guys
hardest choreography you've ever had to do?
what do you guys think of dancing on a boat, like a boat cruise?
I'd say it one more time.
Yes.
Say it one more time. Yeah. Oh.
Me?
PLIK PLOK, what is the hardest choreography you've ever had to do?
It's the hardest choreography you ever had to do.
Me as a dancer or me teaching to other dancers?
As a dancer.
I was asking her to refine the question. Me as a dancer?
As a dancer, as
your mic's being really weird.
Yeah,
Prophet.
yeah.
Can you guys still hear me?
Prophet, your mic is messing up a bit. So, Plick, yes, we can hear you. So Chris was asking, what is the hardest choreography that you've ever had
As
to
a dancer.
do? I think personally, yes, Chris.
Yep.
Instead, as a dancer,
As a dancer, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if it would be probably the hardest. I mean, the media circus routine was the longest routine that we had to do, and um, I guess that would be the hardest, but not really, not so hard because it was so, we've been doing that style as a kid. Like it was just for so we weren't really, our challenge was to create new stuff for ourselves to present to the world, right? For the world to see. So that's probably the most challenging. And then uh executing it could be hard in our mind, but because we come from that style, um I wouldn't call it hard at that point. I think it was more of the mental challenge of trying to create would be the hardest thing. Um, the media circus routine is the longest routine because we were producing the music and creating the choreography in our own freestylish way, not trying to tell a story or be a narrative. Maybe certain parts, like there's a walk the dog moment. So it's not telling a story, but it is a person walking the dog, right? And that's where three guys go to the ground, they flip over, and then the fourth guy comes around and acts like he has a leash on a dog. So it's not the whole 5 minute routine is not about a dog and a guy walking the dog. There's just a moment of that in there. So it was just coming up with different complex moves because me and all those guys come from talent show mentality. Talent show, you're always trying to win first place, so you're always trying to make something complicated, not only for ourselves, but maybe that the crowd can't or what would like say, oh wow, how did they do that? There was always that trying to create those aha moments. So to answer your question, I think those were my times in the media circus was where we would be most challenged, but that's more modern day, like recent times, as opposed to when I was doing it in the late 70s and very early 80s. The very early 80s was like the culture of it, where all of us groups were trying to be the best. Media circus, when I got to them in 1995, and my time with them from 1995 to 2000, it was challenging ourselves to present more professional stuff for the world to see. And I guess as a dancer, that's the hardest choreography. And then really executing it, being in shape, right? Cardio. Um, one of the blind prophet, one of the things that I'm really mad about, and hopefully you guys will help me get it one day. If you're familiar with Micaiah in San Francisco, and this is for all you hip hop dancers, really. She does the San Francisco Hip Hop Dance Fest. And Blind Prophet, maybe you can help me get it. I've messaged her. I have to put her on blast right now with you guys. She has probably one of Media Circus's best performances because we have it was the first time that we performed with original music. I produced the track on that, which I resalvaged, and you can find the track on YouTube, which I'll send you the music, Mike. But our song, when I produced that song at that time, again, this is going back to her question. It was the practice that led up to that performance was very hard and sweating, and a lot of us were working 1 and 2 jobs and then going to dance to perform. I bought clean room suits from a company in Florida, where we wore black ghoul masks. The same uniform that you see in the 1999 B-Boy Summit UCLA, but we wore light blue versions of that clean room. And this is around the time when Intel was putting those commercials out with guys wearing clean room suits. So it was of modern times. And that performance at her show, 1990, whatever, I don't know if it was 98, 99, 97, because she throws the biggest hip hop dance showcase, very professional, in San Francisco, called SF Hip Hop Dance Fest. You guys can find her online, Micaiah. She has, I'm asking her for the footage because this is me as a dancer on that performance. Standing ovation, Media Circus on an original Media Circus song. And I remember the rehearsals leading up to that performance were very grueling while working a job and coming up with the choreography. But our execution that night was impeccable. Like, it was probably 99.9% on point, perfect by all 4 of us dancing that night. And you won't find it on YouTube. And I'm trying to get that footage to be able to put it up and share it with the world. Hopefully, Blind Prophet, we can get that footage from her, because that's one of my, if not the best PLIK PLOK performance as a member of Media Circus that the world has yet to see. And that's from the 90s. And standing ovation. And you can talk to George Lucas's daughter. Again, Star Wars franchise. George Lucas's daughter was in audience at the time because she was a student of taking hip hop classes from instructors from San Francisco Hip Hop Dance Fest producer Micaiah at the time. George Lucas's daughter attended that show, and she was part of. She witnessed that show that night, our performance, and was part of the standing ovation. I've yet to see what that footage looks like with all those people in the audience that night. But anyway, sorry for the long drawn out answer.
Oh, you're totally good. You're totally good. I wanted to ask
Hope you got that recorded
um,
too, and I
oh,
hope
yeah,
you guys can ask Micaiah one day. Hey, where's that footage from Media Circus? How come you didn't give it to PLIK PLOK yet? Help me get
I
that
wanted to
footage
ask
back.
you, the next time we have you in, um, would would you like to ask the students as far as what they might like for the next class, if they want to,
Yeah,
if you want to show
definitely.
anything,
I
or
think that's where we
they
need to
want
go from
something to go
here.
over?
Yeah. So, what would you guys like? Make a list.
If y'all would like any specific history, any specific knowledge, if you want,
Demonstration. Like, would you like to see your routine
demonstrations, you want
live?
to,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, if we could get
kinda
like
go
a
over
crash
like the
course
Richmond
101,
robot and
like
stuff,
where you would
and
start like a brand new person.
that type of stuff.
What one of the things, and Mike, this is interesting for you guys.
Oh, it's like a crash course 101
Say that again.
VRS, like whatever you want to teach, we will be here.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Yeah.
I think the way we're gonna do it is Plick Plock will cover Richmond Robot, and then we're gonna end up getting Pop Tart, Lonnie Green in, and Pop Tart will cover like
strutting.
the Oakland Boogaloo style, or the
The
strutting,
strutting stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
strutting style. And then
Yeah.
who do you suggest for Boogaloo?
For Boogaloo, it's hard for the teaching because there's different uh, age, um, and then the communication thing, right? There's a communication component. I'd have to think about that one. I have some people in mind on who might be the best communicators for movement for that, because there's definitely a technique. But the other thing, the third thing would be doing what you guys, each and every one of you do, and this is I guess you want to call it either a passion project or a dream of mine to be able to do it. No matter who you are, where you come from, the style of movement that you do, and creating a BRS formula in that. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
Yes,
Like
yes, exactly.
applying the BRS formula technique of domino, catch on, whatever, but each and one of those avatars in that what they do, right? Whether you're a b-boy, you're doing jazz, hip hop, it doesn't matter. You know, a contribution, and that might be a project in itself where each one of you contribute 8 to 16 moves of your own style and put it into a BRS routine involving everybody in this room. Never been done before. And that's a general formula that can apply to whoever walks into any room. How about that?
Let's go.
You really want to progress
That sounds
and
fun.
take this foundational. I'll give you guys the 101.
Whoa.
That's easy. That's a time slot and just do it. And then each avatar does their own and we compile it into that. That's a long term project. That would be awesome. Sadek style,
Yep.
right?
I know
So
one thing me and Plick were talking about a little while ago when we were talking on the phone is the clone system that some of the avatars have where they can actually clone themselves and stuff. And you can actually delay the movement of the clone as well, to where you could actually create BRS style routines even using the clone system, cloning yourself.
that'll be awesome. I think you
Follow
should
the
do
leader
both.
type stuff. Yeah.
I think you should do both. Like each and every one person in that room now doing it as well as incorporating the clone. There's so much, it's so endless, you know?
It's literally endless what you
It's endless, man. Even start with just basic music videos or just in that lounge during your guys' social cipher circle or whatever you guys are calling it, you know?
Yep.
Um, but this has been awesome. I learned a lot and I'm going to continue to learn more. Um, and I hope to see you guys in there. My goal is to eventually have more time from here to be in there with you guys. You know,
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, we would love that a lot.
We'd love
And we're gonna
that.
try to
We'd
get
love
you
that.
to get
Thank
into
you so
the
much.
Discord a
Like,
bit more.
we really
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much. Thank you, Plick Plok.
And thank you for
no
being
problem. And uh, you know, Mike, if anything, I'm on Discord, and then they can go through you and
Yep.
find out if there's any specific, you know, some post
In
questions
the
after this session.
Yeah, in the dance discussion, everybody's free to go ahead and go into the text channel and
Okay.
write out any questions that you might have that maybe you didn't think about, or any suggestions for the next time Plick Plok comes to visit us. You guys are more than
And
welcome.
Foxy, let them know too. Like you guys, I'm new to Discord. Um,
Yes,
I'm trying to learn the
you're
functionality of it,
doing great.
but I am following a lot of AI guys because I work on a lot of faceless YouTube channels and faceless Instagram accounts that are that I'm looking to grow into business in the motivational, inspirational space, health, and pet space. So I know how to make those bomb YouTube shorts that are coming up using AI and image prompts and Chat GPT. So I love doing that stuff. I'm not at the VR level with you guys with the avatar stuff though. But
You will be one of these days. But yeah, so it might take him just a little bit to, answer comments or questions in the dance discussion section of the Discord. But just be patient. We'll get there. We'll get there. And Plick, when you have some free time, we can go back over where to find the threads, and we'll get everybody together. Everybody together. Also,
yeah,
we will be putting a lot of the links and the pictures and stuff to the material that was used today in the dance discussion section, in case
And
anybody
some
wants
extra.
to go into a rabbit hole and take a look and further educate themselves.
yeah.
And some extra. I mean, I wasn't able to play the audio with the videos because obviously I got my hands slapped a little bit on Saturday for copyright stuff. So, um, but those
Yeah.
will all be available in the Discord and the links and everything.
Yeah.
So.
And remember, guys, there's always, there's past, present, future, right? So you can always reference the past stuff. Um, you're focusing on what you're doing day to day in the present, and then there's always stuff like what we just talked about, Mike, of the future of so many different things that we could do, in the world of VR, whether it's a music video, it's duplicating the dance, taking everyone's style. There's so much that we could
Oh,
do
for
with it.
sure.
So I'm with you guys on the future of it, the progression of it. Um, I'm always available for the history. I can show you old stuff all day, but I don't want to. Plick Clock doesn't like to get stuck in there
Yep.
like a lot of people that I know from my areas that get stuck and they're comfortable there. Okay, so it's hard to talk to people like that. So and then there's just people that know the history and just do what the day to day, but they don't want to do the progressive future stuff. They just want to live right here. So me, as time permits in my real life, I can talk to you about history. I'm living day to day, and then I also would like to do some stuff in the future with how you guys are doing it right now. So this is amazing. Um, and Mike, I'm sending screenshots to Mr. Tanaka too as we speak. So
Oh yeah.
oh,
Tell So I said what's up. I need to reach
I
out to
will
him.
Tetris.
Yeah, because I know he was
Oh
talking to
yeah.
me about coming in, and when I talked to him in November, he was
That's
talking
the
to
one
me
that you
about
were
coming
talking
in
about, Blind. That it was
December
the
or
finger
whatever.
tutter, right?
I don't know. Those guys are amazing. All of you finger tutters.
That was the finger tutter you were talking to us about,
Say what?
right?
I don't know how to do all.
No. So Tanaka was. I mean, he does some finger tutting. He was.
You might
He was the
be
Oh, I
one
was
that
getting
thinking
them
Tiny
brought
Love.
confused
like
with
the
Yeah,
Tiny
yeah.
Love.
3D, the 3D
Finger tutter. Okay, yeah, that's what I
tutting.
was
Tiny
thinking.
Love is the finger tutter. So Tanaka would be here. I'll play. A quick clip.
Mhm.
Oh, I had a quick question. Blind had said to me that he showed you a brief little bit of some clips of a dance battle that we hosted here in VR recently, where Blind was one of the judges. I just want to see what you thought about that, because like the battle culture IRL and the battle culture here have a lot of similarities, but just because they're so different, like with being IRL with a person battling them, it's a lot different in VR. So I just kind of wanted to see what your thoughts were about the video that he showed you of the VR battles.
Oh, I don't know. I like
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I'll send you. I'll
questions.
send
Yeah,
you.
Blind had
That's a
said that.
question
Links
for
Yeah.
me, right?
specifically to it. Yeah, that's for you. I'll
Oh,
send
okay,
you a
yeah.
link specifically to it.
What? So what
Yeah,
I
well,
think? What
yeah,
do I
it's
think
like
about
because
the
there's just like
differences?
it's really interesting to see battles in VR versus what you're normally used to seeing IRL. I just wanted to see what you thought about it because I know it's probably really different.
So when you say IRL, real world,
Yes,
my
yes.
screen went
real
blank.
world.
Yes.
Yes.
So like
that
battles
is
in
that
real
an
life.
acronym?
Yes,
IRL?
IRL means real life.
Oh, real in real
In
life.
real life.
IRL. Okay, yeah.
In real life.
Um, I was fascinated to see the VR version of just like right now the lounge area, and then so if it's a cipher, I'm still getting used to it for sure. Um, but I haven't seen a real uh um like a full out because again the experience of the IRL and man one comes to mind right now. Mike, I don't know if you were there. Carnival used to be at Highlands, and I saw Spider Salah battle
Oh yeah, that's a lot thing. Yeah.
two people in IRL, right? So the intensity of being right there with the sweat on his face and he's wearing his sweaty shirt and he battled Shake from Modesto, and then after Shake couldn't go anymore, Hero Hiroka, We Are Heroes, America's Best Dance Crew, went 5-6 rounds with him after that. Like, so to answer your question, I haven't experienced a battle like that in the VR world. It's something I've
I
yet to
gotta go. I
see.
gotta go through the footage with them a
Oh,
little
okay,
bit
yeah,
more.
that's fine. Yeah, there's like
Yeah,
tons of
and
footage
I,
we
I
can
think
show you.
I think that the Mike, the way that you were zooming the camera in.
Oh, I was saying
Say
we've
it
got
again.
tons of video footage. We've hosted multiple battles in VR, and there it's just obviously it's a little bit different, but we've still got call outs, we've still got getting up in people's faces. There's still like battle culture in VR. It's just a little bit different not being there IRL. So I just I wasn't sure if you had seen it or not, or how like much you and Blind had like discussed it. I wasn't sure if you'd seen it or not. So, but if you haven't seen it, then obviously you wouldn't be able to comment on the differences. So I'll wait until we can talk about it some other time once you get to see some of the footage, because we've got lots of videos that we can show you about battles that have happened in VR.
Yeah, I haven't seen it like so the way that so when you tell me that there has been a battle in there, is the camera zooming in on the dancer the same way that he did it earlier here to where when someone was speaking, because that gave me different perspective as opposed to just a wide shot, right?
Okay.
Mm,
So, when it comes to the battles in VRC, if you're watching
Can anyone else see it?
inside of VR, it's a completely
If it goes
different
black, go ahead and go over
experience
to the wall
visually
and
With
resync.
the
than if you're watching from outside of VR.
right.
So when it comes to that feeling of intensity and really being there, the real only difference is that you can't smell them.
Right.
If you're in VR, like it's your brain believes that this is real, so you get that face in your face, right? And you see, like, you're there, you feel that same thing that you do when somebody's standing in front of you RL, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's just you don't
Just
have to
brain
smell them.
psychology just
fully
messes
3D.
messes with you a little bit.
And you're right,
Makes you
because
feel it's real.
now, Mike, it take me back to when Saul had me do the dragon thing and going in down where the coins are.
Yep.
I felt like I was really in that dungeon with all the gold. Then here comes this dragon, and I have to run from it, right? So I get what she's saying, like
Yeah, and that was
what
that was a while ago. Like
that
imagine
was a
where things
while
are
ago.
now.
So I can imagine being in a virtual room cipher that way with the way that the technology is advanced. So, but you're right. You can't smell them. I get that part of it, but I already can see
what you're saying, because the entire environment, when I had the headset on, it was the entire environment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And those clips that you saw of the Loft cipher, you know, being here in VR, for those events, I think I can speak for everyone that did actually get a chance to attend the last one as well. You are exchanging that energy in the circle. You're
Right.
exchanging with the DJ, like the frequency just woo straight up, and there are people trying things on the dance floor that they don't usually try, and there's all sorts of inspiration going on. It's amazing.
I can already
It's just
imagine
like
that.
the
Yeah.
RL events, right?
Well,
Like back in the
I'm
day.
definitely that's the next step for me to become more into VR, because you guys are way ahead of how many sessions have you guys had already, like battle sessions?
Well, the loft
They've been
isn't a
doing
battle
battles since
session.
2019.
Different communities have like you know, an actual like battle. The loft is like the old school loft days, right? It's basically a bunch of us getting together and dancing and whatnot. Actually, tonight is going to be the first sort of cipher here at the temple, held by Pretty Kitty. Pretty, if you want to tell
Oh yeah.
us all about it.
Oh yeah. Well, as far as like how long
This
has this
first
stuff been
one,
going
what to
on, I guess
expect,
as soon as the
and what
technology
time.
allowed for people to dance in VR, people were dancing in VR. You know, as soon as the technology allowed for it, people were doing it. People came in, the culture was there. There's been groups that have come and gone. There's groups that are still lasting, but like battles and things like that, it's like its own little dance community. You know, it's like as soon as it was able to be that way, it was that way. You know. And so, like, as far as tonight goes, like, I'm in a crew called Offbeat, and we're going to be hosting a little pop-up cipher tonight, just kind of test out the space, because this world, this VR world, is like in alpha mode, and we're still like kind of getting some kinks worked out. We're going to actually not be doing it in this room. We're going to be doing it on the rooftop of the temple, and we're actually using it as like almost a dress rehearsal, because we've got another thing coming up in like a week or so. We call it our dance style roulette, or our genre style roulette. So basically what we do with that, it's a exchange style cipher. It's almost like a battle, but you roll a roulette wheel that has a ton of different dance genre or music genres on it. We've got everything on there from like hip hop, crump, popping, and we've got sea shanties, Disney music, classical, country, polka. I mean, you get what you get, and then you have to dance. Yeah, you get what you get, and then you just have to dance to it. You can dance however you want, but we love to do it because it breaks people out of their bubble.
Oh, that's tight. I like that. Nice.
It breaks people out of that bubble,
hate
because you know a lot of
polka,
people, a lot of these, like, you say you take a breaker, you take a hip hop, you take somebody who's learning, you know, they're drilling every single day. They're drilling the basics, they're drilling every day, and they're listening to the same kind of music when they're doing it. They're listening to their music. A popper is listening to that popping music, and a lot of times people don't break out of that bubble and explore their musicality because they're listening to the same style of music over and over again. So it forces people to kind of like, I mean, my boyfriend had to do a house dance to a Rammstein song last time we did it. Like,
right.
it gets really crazy. So like, that's something we're doing, I think, next weekend, and that's this will be like the fourth or so time that we've done it. But tonight's just kind of a cipher, just chill vibes. People come, people go, they dance. We've got a circle, we've got, you know, music, and it's just, you know, real chill vibes. Just a regular normal cipher tonight. And yeah, we just love, there's ciphers always going on. There's pop-up ciphers here and there in VR.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. That roulette concept
Oh,
is
it's
nice.
so fun, man. If you want, we can stream it through Discord. If you're not able to join us, obviously in
Dope.
VR, you can just hop on Discord. We'll stream it for you, so you can actually get a view of it, of what's going on. All you got to have is your phone and your Discord, and you'll be able to hang out with us there. And that would be a way that you can, you know, be a part of it too, if that's something you're interested in. We can make it work for you.
No, I appreciate it. I can't commit
Oh
to
no, yeah, that's
anything,
totally
you know,
fine.
immediately,
Yeah.
but it's always, you know, a
Yeah,
scheduling
no, that's
thing.
totally fine.
But I appreciate the invite for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
And it's good to know, like, you guys are doing stuff like that. Like that puts it more in structure for me, and makes it make it sense to me
Mhm.
too, and me being able to communicate to others who are not in the world of VR, that are in dance or like dance, and know that you guys are doing stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like that's
Yeah, and
awesome.
that's just like my crew. There's so many
That's
other
crazy. The
crews in
roulette.
VR. Like,
See that's something to look forward to going
yeah,
into that.
like my boyfriend, he's in a crew called Unit Crew. Currently, they've been working on a really crazy choreography because there's a just this weekend, this Saturday, there's a Japanese battle, and I think some of the boys from the Real Aki Boys from Japan, that one of the guys from Real Aki Boys is actually going to be in as a guest judge for that, and so that's really exciting. They're working on that. We've got, there's groups like IDA, Vigilantes, Light Crew, 404 Crew. I mean, like, there's so many different crews. It's like the real world, right? There's crews, people with like-minded, they get together, they make a crew. If you want to dance, if you got friends who make a crew, there's so many different groups. Everybody hosts their own things. There's battles, there's ciphers, there's mock battles, there's, all of this kind of crazy stuff. It's its whole own dance community just in VR. It's really cool.
I'm hearing it. Shoot, that's awesome. That's really awesome. I'm glad that I was able to tap into your guys' world and know about this stuff, because this is, and how the technology is being used. So big ups to everybody that's doing stuff. And I know it's only going to get better. You guys are going to, find more improved ways to do things and present content and share and all that stuff. So, thanks for having me. Give you guys some insight on, at least what I do, and hopefully we can bring the IRL of this into the VRC. I'm learning the
Thank you so
terminology.
much, Click. Thank you so much.
Thank you
We
for
really
being here.
Yes.
appreciate it. And
Thank
we
you for your
can't wait
time.
for
Thank
round
you,
2.
PLIK
Send some
PLOK.
emojis. Show some love. Show
That's
some
cool. I
love.
like the way that you guys are doing that in there. Like, I wish so all I need to do, I have to invest in the equipment to go full out, and
We
then
can walk you through. We
and
can
then
walk you
when the
through.
Yep.
Prop it out. I will walk you through.
Yep.
a
When I come
real
to visit you,
battle and
Kelly,
all
I'll
that
bring
We
stuff, I
can't
can
I'll
wait
bring
really
to
my headset
experience
out with
that.
me too. You can experience that too.
Phenomenal. Thank you so much. We're so grateful. And we'll see you in the
Hey, no
next
problem.
discussion.
It was great meeting everybody, and I'll keep dancing and doing what you're doing and creating. Don't let anybody hold you back in it. Just continue to express, the way you do, the way you feel, what feels good to you, and if you can, form moments and narratives and stories, storylines into your dance over time. We'd love to hear the story, and watch that movie, you know. So that's awesome. And then hopefully we can, do some projects and classes and stuff like that, and build further out. So appreciate everybody.
We would love to do that. And we'll schedule something up, Blake. Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Oh, my leg.
Vigilin. Oh, hey man.
What was that?
What you up to? Yo. Attempting to sit quietly through that. That was amazing though. That was awesome. That was
Oh yeah.
one of the coolest things I've seen in VR.
Thanks, Kitty.
That was really cool.
There's like
Yeah.
5-10 second
It was-
delay,
it
so
was
I don't know when
neat.
to talk.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, I got you.
A very different insight
It's
to a world I'm not used to hearing about. That was very cool.
Blind and Foxy are probably
Yeah.
figuring
there.
out their audio
It's
and stuff
kind of
like that.
unique.
And
So,
oh, they're here. They're here. Okay.
Yeah. What you up
Is
to?
it better?
I was
I can't. If
I
you're
got
talking
back from
Foxy,
the
I
pub.
cannot hear you.
I was at a club thinking
very
about trying to
happy
do
as well
a
that
DJ
Oh.
set somewhere. 'Cause I did my first set yesterday. That was
Yeah.
great. And yeah, ended up here.
As well
I'd
as
heard
could have
about this in the Discord
So
though for this.
next
I heard about this
okay.
stream, so I did actually want to see it. So I'm quite glad I did.
Use microphone, please.
Yeah, like it's not exactly my style of dance. It's
next
not
Thursday we have Sino from Memphis Jukin.
I think like there's some real
Next
value
Thursday,
to
Memphis Chicken. Okay.
you know, taking a look into this guy's experience and what he had to say and what was important to him as a dancer.
For just a second.
Okay.
It was just
Blind's
straight up good
Blind is
getting to
gonna
hear his
wrap up
expertise.
today and tell you guys about the opportunities we have with the people, just like PLIK PLOK. We got a lot more people coming in, so Blind's gonna give you a little rundown of who we got coming in next.
All right, so this Thursday, obviously we got Sunny that's going to be teaching through the portal, and then this Saturday we should have Clocks coming in that'll be teaching through the portal. So they'll be teaching via IRL stream. And then are they doing a Q&A? Q&A, I think.
Yeah, Clocks is doing a Q&A.
Yeah. So and then next Thursday we actually have Sino from Memphis Jukin, one of the legends from the Memphis Jukers that'll be coming in, and they'll be doing a Q&A and stuff. So and then a week from this Friday, we actually have one of my students coming in via the portal. That's Koi Roy. Koi Roy will be doing a waving workshop, so they'll be teaching waving. So that'll be an hour and a half waving workshop that they'll be teaching all of y'all. And then on the 29th, Tiny Love will be coming in. Tiny Love is the creator of Liquid and Digits, so finger tutting and face masks and glow stick dancing. He was the one that created the first glow sticks for dancing at the raves. So he'll be coming in and working with y'all.
Whoa.
And then on the 6th of July, that'll be a Saturday, we've got Midnight. One of the poppers that actually PLIK PLOK mentioned about roboting and LA styles. He also runs the OG Poppers Picnic, which is a picnic where all the OG poppers and dancers and people connected to the hip hop history and stuff. So everyone from African Bambaataa to like Zulu Nation people and all sorts of people come out to that every year. Robert Shields comes out to that. Like Lady Get Down sometimes comes out to it. Lady Get Down's someone that PLIK mentioned, but I think he mentioned her by her name that she became famous for. But Doja Cat. So for those of you that don't know, Doja Cat was a popper with the name Lady Get Down. So she comes out there. A lot of people come out. It's a really fun time. Like if you ever watch any of the Step Up movies, you'll see a lot of the people from those movies there and stuff. Really good time. But that takes place the second Saturday of July, so a week after. But Midnight will be coming out and talking to us then and going over some things.
It'll be the first
And then
Saturday
No
of
Bone
July.
Tyrone. Yep. And No Bone Tyrone will be coming out possibly sometime in July. We gotta set the exact date, but No Bone Tyrone will be coming out as well. So we watched a documentary about No Bone Tyrone, I think 2 Saturdays ago. So there's a lot more people coming out. I'm just trying to slow roll it. I'm trying not to like give y'all too many each week, you know what I mean? But there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming for y'all that I've got planned. So
Dope. Oh, let's go.
I really appreciate everyone behaving and being really chill with the OGs.
Yeah.
All right.
Really appreciate
One more
that.
announcement before we set y'all free. Dancers. I'm sure most of you know that the Iron Mouse thing happened recently, the post for the Iron Mouse dance competition. Yeah, Boop, I'm sure you're aware, being one of the streamers. If you guys don't know, Iron Mouse is a streamer, a very, very well-respected streamer. She is a VTuber streamer. She has a chronic illness. She has, immunocompromised, and she has been an absolute, rock in the streaming community for people with disabilities, and they have come out that they are going to be hosting a dance competition. If you do not know about this, I'm not sure if we have it posted in the
It's already
Faceless
posted.
Discord. It's already posted. Okay. This is a huge dance competition, you guys. First prize, $5,000. $5,000. If you do not know, that is 5 with a 5. $5,000. Second prize is 2.5K, and third prize is 1K. So it kind of blew our Trinity event way out of the water, but it's for a good cause, so I'm, really excited about it. So basically what we're going to do is, normally this instance of this world is private because currently this version of the world is still on alpha. However, we are going to, as quoted by Foxy, keeping an instance open majority of the day so people can practice and film for the Iron Mouse thing. If you guys don't know, you have to make a video of yourself to submit with your application for the Iron Mouse competition. I believe they're picking the top 20 people to actually perform. So this is a space that will be open for anybody who would like to practice or film for that specific reason, and we just wanted to let you guys know that this is a space available to you to practice and film for that. So yeah.
And you guys will be able to go inside the temple and film.
Run them rounds. Yes, exactly.
I will let you guys go inside the temple and film, and you can do green screen in the temple and not have to worry about that black privacy stuff or any of that stuff. I had that removed from the temple. So.
What's up, Chris?
Can I also add to what Preacher said? So for those interested in Iron Mouse's dance competition, you would have to make up your own original choreography for the audition submission. If you get into the top 20, they'll be chosen to compete. You'll have to perform live in front of the judges that you auditioned for the first round. If you make it to the second and third round, there'll be 3 rounds in total. You have to make a different choreography for each round. So you have to come up with 3 choreographies, original choreographies.
I think it's
2 1 minute
dance,
and
right?
it's 2
Yeah,
it's
for-
2 1-minute choreographies and 1
1-minute
2-minute choreography.
And the last one's 2 minutes.
Yep. Oh, that's right, because they can pick their own songs. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yes. We're allowed to pick our own songs.
Yes. So this is a test. This is something that I know that a lot of you guys will enjoy. And the thing is don't
It fits
let
right
the
in with
big-
what we just talked about with
Yeah.
PLIK.
Yeah, don't let the big prize pool keep you away from attempting it, because here's the thing: you're never going to get better. You're never going to
Always challenge
grow
yourself.
as a dancer if you
It's
don't
in 10
make
days.
those. Yes, it is in 10 days. They did not give very much
The 22nd
time
has to
for
be
it to
submitted.
happen.
10 days, 3 choreos.
the
I've never
application
choreographed. I got this.
Yes, choreo.
I have
Here's the
4
thing,
actually. It's not that
Ellie, you
hard
can-
actually
you can
though.
set up a choreography.
Split.
The way that PLIK was
split.
just
You can
talking about.
split it into sections and be like, I'm gonna do in this part I want to do something like on the floor and so on. Though you can start with that, and then you can sort of expand and do bit by bit, or you could do other things and so on. Though, but you just sort of start with some kind of thing. You don't even need to keep that. You don't even need to keep that way that you're doing it. You can it's sort of like a scaffold that you're working on, but you can change the scaffold anytime you want.
And this is really big
I will
for
keep
us,
that.
right?
Does
that make
This is
sense?
going to bring
Yes, it
the
makes
VR
sense.
dancing and VR space into a wider audience. So.
If anyone wants to
And
represent the
you
faceless
can
there, you're
you can
more than
do
welcome to.
if they do things like go down and so on the song, you can use that as an opportunity to actually go down.
What you're already doing.
Yeah.
That you
This-
can.
we're done with
Or other such stuff.
Not missing out on the
Interesting.
opportunity to
Yeah.
dance in front of
Or if they go around and around, they say that, then you can literally just go. You can literally just spin, or you can move your arms around. So it's around and around, around.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do that. I mean, there's all kinds of little things you can work off of for the lyrics and so on, though.
It's going to be on top of the.
You don't start by making it immediately. You start by like listening to the music for like a week, not a week, but just listening to the music for like endlessly.
Workout and a yoga class
Yep.
tomorrow at
First,
noon
and just
in
like getting stuck in your brain.
And then on Friday, we're really excited because we have our very first ballroom dance class held by Bellathor. So that's going to be a completely new style of
I have
class.
actually done.
That's a partner
I can't go though because I've injured myself, but I would definitely do this if I could.
Learn to be a little bit more graceful, so that's a class we really, really highly recommend. And then, yeah, we've got a dance history culture movie that we're going to be showing on Saturday at 5 p.m. about the Boogaloo, the greatest story never told. And then we should have our Portal Posse with clocks that evening at 7. So, and then, Sonny's doing his Portal Posse tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. So we've got a lot coming up this week. Check the Discord. All of it's posted there for you. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some of you guys at the Cypher tonight. So go charge your stuff, drink some water, eat some food, relax, hang out, recharge your body. Ellie, don't hurt yourself. And yeah, you guys are
Specifically?
are free to do the. Don't injure yourself any further than you are.
No way, no way.
Also choreography, I think, is the only time I would suggest taking mind-altering drugs.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't come up with ideas.
Okay, but yeah, you guys are free to hang out the rest of the evening. But hopefully we'll see you guys at the Cypher tonight. Feel free to join. It's going to be a Friends Plus, or sorry, possibly
Ellie.
Plus or Group Plus.
Dead asleep by
But
now.
yeah, hopefully we'll see you tonight.
I should be asleep now. Actually.
Gonna be
So tell me about your DJ set yesterday. You said.
Yeah. Hold on.
We'll do that right now.
Done.
Oh, there goes my leg.
Yeah.
It died.
I mean, yeah.
And it was mostly my own tunes as well. Well, my own remixes that I've done.
Nice.
It was good. The club was called, I think it was Cauldron.
Cauldron.
I think that's what it's called now.
I was gonna
It
ask.
was really good.
You were
The
saying you're
alien guy
skipping the
running it
class
left,
tomorrow.
and
Can
then
you at
left me
least
the day.
attend
And I
watch?
hopped on, and yeah, it was a mixture of my own
So
dunk
that you can
albums
still
that I've
learn
written,
what's going on. But
which
I
has
had to go
got
charge
a
my controller.
variety of remixes. The Cascada, a Little Mermaid track, some others. But yeah, I
think
sound
it's safe
chested
to
first
say
in
everything
another
is
world
done,
and played some of
so-
my Psytrance. And checked the levels were like sounding
Hey,
loud.
Moon.
I wasn't redlining. And then yeah, I played in the club. And it was amazing for me because
Hello.
I thought I'd have to be playing
Hello.
through just the PC, no
Just
VR.
finished
Just
okay.
with the CPU, but
yeah,
no.
just finished with
No, I was sat
a
at my
Q&A
desk
with an
my
IRL
desk just
OG,
here,
so
with my camera of my phone here,
Ah,
webcam
nice.
streaming to
I
here.
just came here quick to say hi
with
before
the VR headset
bed.
on, mixing with the headphones.
yeah, I'm about
as
to
well.
hop off myself.
It was amazing. So
Okay,
just under the VR headset where I tilted
Thanks,
it
you
up,
too.
I could see the lips,
Mwah.
and I could still see the VR world completely and still hear
They've
the
been
VR
legs.
world, even though I could
Right.
hear the
Yep.
music
One of
playing
my
from
legs is dead.
inside the room.
That's okay. I'm about to hop off anyways.
So smooth.
Wow.
And I could hear people in the crowd cheering when they heard particular tracks and saying what they liked.
Wow.
I'm trying to find full body.
And I could talk to them whilst mixing. It was sick. And they could see me
Wow.
on the webcam through my phone in my room as well. So I was waving at my friends and took the cam off for a second, pulled some faces at them. Yeah.
Oh,
it was
cool.
awesome.
That's all right. Okay. All right. So, where was the Cauldron Club though?
Okay, no more full body.
Alien looking like world, like Geiger style.
Although, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. So, thank you all so much for coming by. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that little bit of history. Honestly, I did not expect it fully. I was expecting to just be in and out of VR today. But you know what? It was worth it. It was worth the lesson. I'm probably going to eat those words when I go to work because I am at the brink of passing out and throwing up. So I'm going to go ahead, hop off, get some rest, and I will see you all tomorrow for... I think I'm going to dance practice. I don't know. I am trying to get a choreo down for... or trying to pick a song for the Iron Mouse thing. So 1 minute choreo, submit the video, hope for the best. I'm going to come up with 2 more choreos with 2 different songs just in case I actually get in and make it past first round.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull everybody. If anyone would be
What?
in a writing class,
Writing class. That'd be cool. So if you're interested in the writing class, just let me know and I'll let Blind Prophet know.
monthly thing,
But yeah,
or would they be down for bi-weekly?
I'm gonna go ahead and hop out now, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye. That was a delayed wave. I'm so tired. Ah.